this is how peak it is for Stormzy. How big he is. The one slip up he's had in the last couple of years was the gating, and he overcame that.
That's what I'm saying.
From when you can overcome the hill that is the LGBT onslaught.
They tried to throw kryptonite at the Black Superman stuff.
Yeah, and he bounced that off quick time. He said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was young." And he said it in apparently because did I ever read the?
I read the thing, yeah. And what I liked about it is he apologized. He said, I've grown, blah blah blah. But he still didn't look like he wasn't like begging. He was like,
he wasn't begging.
Like, come for me. Why are you coming for me for? I'm sorry. I did it. When I was young, I said these things. I'm not saying them now. Man has grown in it.
Did he say it like that?
That's what he might as well said it.
with his face all screwed up.
That's what he might as well said it like that because that's what he basically said. I apologize. I'm not telling that I didn't say it. I said it. I apologize. I've grown. Obviously, at the time, that's what I was thinking, and that's what I said. I've grown now. You can see that I'm not saying these things anymore. Apologies, done.
Blouse and skirt, ting and ting, Irie, rice and peas, Stavros buses in the house. Welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast.
Blouse and skirt.
This man come like Ainsley Harriott on the beginning of the podcast.
Yes.
Ainsley Harriott?
Yeah.
Does he talk any part of
that's
Pato?
the point. That's the point.
He does when he wants to talk about the curry and the rice and peas. He gets really excited with himself.
No, the peas and rice.
And he'll dash a... Yeah, peas and rice. The green peas, and the wagons.
Right.
And the wagons! You fool.
Did anyone see Jamie Oliver or one of them man there try and make jollof rice?
It was a Marquet Puer White, I think that
one of them celebrity chefs.
You need to shoot them, bro. That's why he
said
said
it was an abomination, bro.
That's why he said the Wakandas for them, man. He said the Wakandas for them. But anyway,
send Killmonger boy one time.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast, hashtag ESN pod and at ESN podcast on all your social media. I am Stavros Bus, the host, and in the room with me tonight we have Simple Simon.
Simple Simon is in the building, definite for sure. Today I was going to do one of them Jamaican proverbs. I couldn't think of one. Actually, I got one. Every hoe has their stick out a bush. I'm not even quite sure what that means. I'll be honest with you, but when you hear it, you know exactly what it means. It's kind of like, if I was to paraphrase it, there is somebody for everybody.
I think it's not as good as my favourite Jamaican proverb.
Which one's that?
Pum pum, cut in a two.
Yeah.
One half for me, one half for you.
That's not a proverb, bro.
It sounds like a tune, bro.
It is a tune.
That sounds like what you say before you rape somebody.
Jesus. Pum pum continental. Half for me and half for you.
We also have Big Wahala.
What's good, people? Big Wahala's in the building.
And last but not least, we have Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, what's going on? Is this a Jamaican versus Nigerian thing now?
Not even. Why does it have to be a versus?
I don't know.
It's not a thing. I got tired of singing Yardie rhythms, that's all.
Yardie rhythms are bad, but it's all good.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
I'm telling you. But anyway, Yoruba proverb this week is, whoever wants to long enjoy the fruits of his labour ought to be moderate in his anger. Uncontrolled temper can be self-destructive.
And as my uncle would say, slew them, my bare feelings, them I carry.
Slew them.
That actor is either running late or is not coming. We don't know. This is what actors are like. They're free-flowing spirits and they just move like ghosts. So the ghost will either arrive or not arrive. We don't know.
He's probably at a Pentecostal church somewhere.
Yeah, we'll see what's happening. So, guys, this is the fourth podcast we're recording this week. For those of you, all of you, none of you know what's going on at the moment. You know that ESN Tuesdays is the days that we release our podcast. So ESN Pod Tuesdays, that's the day. So last week we recorded, last week's episode we recorded on the Monday. We didn't finish recording the spoiler special for Black Panther till about 2 a.m. or something.
Something like that.
We did two on a Monday. We did two one day.
We recorded 2 episodes, the actual normal episode and then the spoiler special, and we finished that around 2. And then 4 a.m. In fact, actually, 3:55. You had your normal episode was released on the Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we had the Black Panther episode, and then we recorded on the Tuesday.
Yeah, we recorded Off the Cuff podcast.
We recorded a
Big up
podcast
man like
with-
Foles and Mr. Vance from Off the Cuff.
So you can go to their channel, Off the Cuff.
Hashtag Off the Cuff.
Yep, and listen to our feature on their podcast. Thank you guys, we appreciate that, and that was a good night out. So that's 3 podcasts in 2 days, and then 3 days later, now we're recording podcast number 4 in 1 week, and I'm burnt out.
I'm a bit better, but I'm a bit. Just so anybody that's listening, if you heard the Black Panther spoiler podcast, big up for listening. If you want us to do any more films or whatever, let us know.
Oh Lord,
and we'll try and break down some more films in it. We should have done Fences, Still, that's what I reckon we should.
Fences
and Moonlighting when they first came. I know we did it. We did Moonlight. Sorry, we did it. I think we shared the podcast and we spoke about it, but we didn't break it down. I think we should break down the films that are coming out still.
Yeah, I'll co-sign that.
But let's let us know.
So the next one to break down is Yardie, innit, by Idris Elba.
Yeah. Oh, we can do that one.
When is that coming out?
The Ava one that's coming out. I don't know. What
Ava DuVernay, the Wrinkle in
kids
Time.
film, man.
Is it a kids film? I'll Bonfire.
No, it's not Bonfire on it. I saw Oprah Winfrey in costume. It looked alright still.
Oprah Winfrey's there making money, boy. Still making money somehow. Just there making money all the time.
Did you see that interview with on
Tiffany Haddish?
Yeah, with Tiffany Haddish.
No, I didn't see it. I just saw her come out.
Oh, the way Tiffany Haddish, like, when, like, she did really good because she was really emotional, but she was trying to play it off as part of her, like, normal nonchalant
Who
character.
is that?
Tiffany Haddish is the one from Girls Trip.
Okay,
The one that's blown up.
The breakout star.
The one that was
the comedian.
Yeah.
She's quite nice.
Oh, I fancied her from before.
That is a Simple Simon woman.
Yeah,
Oh,
I fancied
see.
her from before.
Simple Simon likes them he likes them ones that are slender in frame.
She ain't that slender, is she?
Yeah, she is.
Is she?
She's slender in frame.
When I started liking her, she was a
She
lot
was
more slender
slimmer.
than she is now.
He
Boy,
likes them slender in frame and look like they've either had a few kids or just maybe the one.
my guy.
They're the same complexion.
Oh, look at this now, colorism. So I'm saying, yeah, she was on Def Jam Comedy. That's when I first saw her. And she was like, mad energy, she's funny and stuff. I was just looking at her and I was thinking, right, this woman's all right still.
Nah, she seems like a very fun spirit.
No, but I don't know. Like, I get that. She seemed like a fun spirit, but I don't know if that's all. I don't know if it's all genuine.
Have you heard her story about the Groupon with Will and Jada?
Yes.
That's why she got the she did this long story about how she spoke to Jada Pinkett, and I think she was like, "Oh, what are you doing this weekend? Let's do something." And she's like, "Oh, I got a Groupon to do what was it going around with the crocodiles in the swamp in somewhere in wherever, Alabama or something like that."
Some
Yeah,
black bush place.
and so Jada's like, "Oh, yeah, me and Will come." And she's like, "You sure?" And she's like, "Yeah, we'll come." So tutus, she rolled up in a rented car, apparently some just whatever cheap rented car, and Will Smith just jumped in the back and was like, "You know what? Forget fancy car. You're driving us." So they drove down to this thing, and then they joined a boat for this swamp tour of the swamp thing for the alligators and crocodiles. And then Jada's like, "Who are all these people?" Because now they're starting getting swamped. And she's like, "Well, this was a Groupon." And she's like, "What's a Groupon? I thought a Groupon was when you had your own little boat that you had set up." She's like, "No, Groupon is." And then she explained, "No, this is what a Groupon is." So what happened was, Will apparently after he's like, "Listen, yeah, enough with all the photographs and
Autographs and all that stuff.
So let's enjoy ourselves. At the end, we'll do all the stuff and then whatever." And apparently they had a great time. They enjoyed themselves. They went to some restaurant and then drove home. But after that story, which was like a massive, because she's a comedian, so she said it very funny. And apparently she was high when she drove the car and everything, so she was driving like 2 miles an hour because she didn't want to get caught. Because she thought there was going to be a chauffeur. She didn't think she was going to drive the whole way there. So she's like, "I don't want to be the one that got Will and Jada arrested for driving high behind the wheel." So Groupon said, "Yeah, we'll have some of that." And they went and hired her. And then now she's the face of Groupon, and that's why she had that big commercial during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You see how things happen, man.
Yes.
Listen, Will Smith and Jada are the ones, Everybody and anybody been listening to, because we were meant to talk about it last week, but we didn't get a chance to. Will Smith is the smashing Instagram all over the place.
Yeah, he's got his 10 million viewers.
He's the smashing
or
it
subscribers.
all over the place. Like, as soon as he joined it,
Followers.
everybody's just saying, "Bam, Will Smith's the best person on Instagram." Like, it's just like known.
So
it is known.
Will Smith has been anti-social media because, as far as he's concerned, when he came up, you didn't spread all your business. The mystique of being a celebrity was part of your selling point. So, and he hasn't come around to the to the new age of you need to you don't need to, but being all out there is a positive thing. So when he went on the Ellen show, she hooked him up on Instagram, and she's like, "You need to join," and she hooked him up, and that's like a month ago, and he's got 10 million subscribers already, and like Big Wahala saying. Everybody's saying that he's the best. He does a good relationship. He's the one that did the video of when he did the video of his son, congratulating him on his.
Oh, that was hilarious. Have you seen it?
Well, when he does icon video.
Yeah, there's a parody of the icon video. That was hilarious, man. There was one picture that he put of himself wearing some strange trousers or whatever, and then the son must have come on and everybody was like, "Oh, woo, blah blah blah," and the son must have gone, "Oh, so when he wears all this strange shit, that everybody's alright. When I wear it, everybody's telling me that I look mad. But when he's wearing it, it's cool." I was laughing. Like you can see that their family's got a good dynamic, man. They enjoy themselves and stuff like that. It's weird. When Will Smith talks about his children, I enjoy it. Like there was one time he was talking about with I was listening to him talking about Jada, and when they first did the whip their hair tour or whatever, and he said that when she went on the tour, she must have went on like 3 tours or whatever, 2 or 3 shows.
Jada or the daughter?
Oh, sorry,
Willow,
sorry. She did like 2 or 3 shows or whatever. And then she was like, "Okay, Dad, I want to go home now." And he's like, "No, you can't go home. You're booked out to do all of these shows. You can't go home." And then he was like, "But I don't want to do them anymore. I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore." And he's like, "Well, you got to do it because you made the commitment to do it." And then he said that she'd have shaved their hair off. And he was like, "Okay, we have to go. we have to go home now. Kelly should come, man. We have to go home." And he just took her home and they just stopped the tour or whatever. But it shows you, like, that's her dad, isn't it? He's like, where? The money's there, but my daughter's going mad. What am I going to do?
It's got nothing to do with the money. I believe that you made a commitment, yeah? Not just because you're my children, you can just say, "Oh, there's where it's a 20-date show, and I promise all this, and people have taken time off work, and then you just drop it for them." He wants to show his child, as any parent, this is responsibility. Yeah, it's like going to any job.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to say, "I don't want to work anymore, Dad."
Well, he took her home same way, though. Like, when somebody starts, Britney Spears did it, should have taken her home then too. But no, man, he's smashing Insta. He's giving a lot of proper advice. One of the things he said the other day that was on Insta, a lot of people was loving when he said that you can't make somebody else happy. They have to make themselves happy. So he said that him and Jada must have had a discussion one day.
I disagree with that, by the way.
I know you would. You disagree with everything. He had a discussion with his wife and he said, "Look, it's your own responsibility to make yourself happy. I can help you, but it's your responsibility to make yourself happy. I can't be the one to do that for you. You have to want to be happy." And I agree with that. You do have to want to be happy. I can help you. I can do things that can potentially, go out of your way to try and aid you to be happy. But if you don't want to be happy, you can't be happy.
That's fine. But when someone says you can't make somebody happy, you can.
He never said you can't. He said it's not my responsibility. It's your own responsibility to be happy.
And still, that I just feel that as a partner, it's your responsibility to. I guess it's semantics then, because then you can really just go into blah blah blah. You can start cutting lines. So fair enough, I'll just allow it. But because I did hear what he's saying, the idea, just like you said, was that you don't rely on me for everything in it. You wake up in the morning, and if going for a run is gonna make you feel good for the rest of the day, I can't make you run. I can't run for you. So go for that run in it, and that's your responsibility. And then if once you go for the run, you come home and I've done breakfast for you, then I've played my part. That you get me. So, but I can't play your part. I have to play my position, not your position. So I get that. So that's fine. I would have phrased it a bit differently, but yeah.
Okay, Team Petty time. Do you think Tyrese is at home vexed that this man's come on and doing very similar thing to what he's doing with like the empowerment and all them kind of stuff?
Who's that?
Smashing it.
I don't think he's doing the same thing as Tyrese.
He's not. He's not. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm not on Instagram.
He's just talking. He's just talking about stuff like giving advice. No, he's not doing anything like dramatic. He just talks
He
about
can't be upset anyway. Will Smith is huge.
You know what? If I could get one celebrity on the podcast, it might even be him. Because I think he'll be good on it. I think he's every time I see him do an interview, it's always good.
Yeah, I loved it when they asked him, what did you think about your son dressing up as a woman? And he was just regular. He's like, "Listen, he's my son. I love him, but I can't control what he does. I don't." Basically said, "I don't really co-sign it, but that's what he wanted to do, and that's what he wanted to do in it." Almost like what you're talking to me for is his own man. Ask him.
They always want to break down those two relationships as well. They always want to go about how they've got an open relationship. This one cheated on this one, that one with him and Jada.
There's always that talk. There's always that talk about that relationship. Like they need it to be broken.
Yeah, he was on Graham Norton, and he was on there with his son, and it was such a funny episode, man. They all done this dance, man.
Yeah. I saw it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, they was dancing
Dun,
together. It was,
dun,
what film was
dun.
that for? I forgot what film it was for. But
It's not a film. It's from Fresh Prince.
no, the film that they were, the reason why they was on there together
Yeah.
is because there was, I think there was.
I think they done a
that
film
Earth
together.
One or Earth or something.
Did,
I haven't
what,
seen it.
what did you
After
think of that
Earth.
film?
I ain't seen it.
I thought that film was a good film, you know.
I just thought it was alright, but I don't know why it got slated
It got
so much.
slated, man.
It's not.
It was because
Bad,
I
it's
guess
just there.
it's not bad, but I think it was a little bit corny. There was some corny bits, I guess.
I don't know, man. But
I liked
I
it.
never saw it.
I like Will Smith, man. I think Will Smith is a institution for black folk, man. We need to keep Will Smith alive, and Aunt Viv needs to leave him alone.
Does he? do you think? And this is not a criticism. This is just a question. Do you think he straddles the line between being black enough and being middle ground enough to be able to do corporate world and all the rest of it without having to change too much?
He's
I
done
think-
it.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I don't think
he's
that's who he
perfect.
is now. You know, I don't think he's trying to be
he's
anybody.
accepted by the other side,
I really
they-
think he's just who he is.
and they love him for it. I don't think he could ever go too black and pro-black. It's just not in his nature.
Remember, he started young. There's that Locks line. I think it's Sheik that said, basically, like, remember, you're gonna be older, way longer than you're gonna be younger. And he started when he was young. He's in the position now where his life is a celebrity life. He doesn't know what it's like to not be, you know.
That's mad, isn't it?
So that
From when he
that's
was
it, yeah.
young, rapping, innit?
yeah, as a teenager.
You know what I mean?
What do you think about What do you think the other Smith child thinks?
The older
The
one.
older one that no one knows who he is. He's a
but
he's a DJ,
clearly he doesn't want to be.
No,
like,
yeah, I don't think he wants to be known.
No,
he was
but-
doing American football at one point, wasn't he?
No, I think he's a DJ. That's what I know him
But
as.
he seems very slim. It didn't seem like the type to be.
Hold on.
football player.
Will Smith has got a third child.
Yeah, he got older one that with his first wife.
Mr. Wolf didn't know that.
You see, that's the point.
He
You
keep-
know the
he-
two-
he-
you know the two
Once in a
little
while, you see a picture of all of them.
All three of them, yeah.
But it's not. Is it Freeze? More than Freeze.
He's got three.
Okay, yeah, but yeah. Often he just keeps himself to himself.
That son is
Okay.
living the life though, because he's got probably all of the.
Outside of the fame, but he's got the money.
I think he had him when he was quite young, maybe about 18,
He's
19 or
living
something
that.
like
He's living the
what I'm
life.
saying.
That's that for me.
You know,
That's perfection.
That's perfection for
Yeah.
me.
But he
Wow.
might not. He might not. His dad might have. He might have said to his dad, "I want to be his own man." He doesn't want the money.
He might have done that. I'm not discrediting him. I'm saying the position, like the opportunity. That opportunity for me is heaven.
All I'm saying is that he must be. This Will Smith is what people need to be like if you have a child with another woman, because you don't hear the other woman at all. You don't
Money's
hear her
got a lot to
you don't-
do with
you don't
that,
hear her
bruv.
yeah, if he's paying her off enough, she's not complaining, innit? So just do that, innit? Sometimes you just have to pay the baby mother and just leave it alone, so you don't have the drama. You never hear her complain about stuff. I think they even all go out together and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, you need a good relationship with
Of
any
course you
previous
do.
partner.
Of
That's
course you
just
do.
life.
I think they were together quite young. They broke up. They knew they wasn't really for each other, and just didn't have a.
Yeah, they just got a cordial relationship.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, one of them ones. Just pay, there's sometimes you just have to just deal with the fact that just get out of the way and just make it a good thing about it. As I said anyway, I think he's a very, very good role model for those out there that want to see role models. I think Will Smith doesn't get the props that he should get.
Do you think you'll get them when he passes? Do you think that when he passes, when people will look back and say, "Oh yeah, you know"?
No, I think as an actor and as what he does with regards.
No, I'm
to
talking
being
about as a
celebrity.
human being. I'm talking about as a human
No,
being.
as I think even as a human being, I think I'm talking more with black people. Like
Yeah.
black people are not saying they want Will Smith. They're not. Will Smith is their role model or their idol, and you don't really hear that. But Will Smith has done everything. He's been a rapper. He's been a TV show. He's been the megastar. But
Yeah.
you don't.
At
But
one
they're all
point-
saying they
And-
want to be 50 Cent.
And he's with a black woman as well.
And,
So
and not once have you heard him get involved in any form of violence. He didn't have to be a bad man to get there.
I just think he's slap bang in the middle where he's loved by both sides and not overly by either of them.
I think
Black people love him, but he's just Will. He's like the brethren. Yeah, he's my brethren.
I just
The
think
white
that
folks like him too.
he should be pushed more as a role model than a lot of other people. And he also, one of my favorite things he's done was when he joined with Jay-Z to make the Fella musical. Because it was so unexpected. I didn't expect those two names to be the ones behind it.
How much silent money do you think Will is pushing into projects and stuff all over the place?
He's pushing that paper, man.
Was it something Overbrook or something? That's the name of his production company with his missus. So just do a search for that. So the film that we were just talking about, the
Girls Trip.
after
Earth.
Beth. That was with Overbrook, I think. But let me check the Girls Trip thing. Actually, let me check.
Probably that.
But
And
yeah,
what do you
yeah.
reckon? What do you reckon Jada's doing? Because she I don't know. Again,
She's a rock star, isn't it?
rock star.
Yeah, she's actually she's in a rock band.
Oh yeah, I saw that a while ago, but I haven't ever seen any footage again afterwards.
She's a rock band, man. She was on tour, everything.
Rah.
I don't know. I've never heard any of the songs.
When you got money and time, you can do what you
You
want.
can do what you want, but she's also a mother, innit? She looks after children as well.
It seems like it's the films that he's in. They did Annie, The Karate Kid, after The Pursuit of Happiness. This Collateral Booty. Did anyone even see it? Yes, I said booty.
Is that the one where he's the Nigerian doctor?
No, that's
Collateral Booty.
No, he's going wrong.
I said Collateral Beauty is the name of the film.
Oh,
No, the
That's what I heard, bro.
I
You heard that too, innit?
Collateral booty.
He said
too,
beauty
man.
at first.
I thought you were gonna say, "God damn, what's this?" Thought my man was looking at Pornhub or something.
The
I'm actually
film
happy
where
I
he
got
was a
the name
doctor
right.
was the film where he was a doctor was called Concussion.
That's it.
Concussion, collateral booty.
Tell the truth.
Episode
Tell
4.
the truth.
I ain't seen any of them. There's a couple Will Smith films I still ain't
I haven't
seen.
seen
Yeah, so
Concussion.
there's
I haven't
some-
seen
there's some in,
Collateral Beauty. Collateral Beauty, is that the one where he is?
I haven't seen the film actually, so I don't know what it's about.
I think there's because there was one where he what was it? He had I think his wife died or something like that, and he had a bit of a
Just don't bait the film, man. No, that's Pursuit of Happiness.
no. He had a mental breakdown. He was in the
She left him in that film.
Don't bait the film.
Yeah. I haven't seen the film though. That's the synopsis. That's not baiting it. That's the synopsis.
Oh, by the way, Only the Brave said that. Big up Only the Brave. 52 weeks later, I know them. He said that the podcast that we did for the Black Panther, the Wakanda episode, he said that still got spoilers in it. He said it's still got spoilers
That's
in
what I was telling you, man.
No,
That's what I was
it's
telling
not
you.
spoilers. We discussed the film.
Oh,
yeah.
bruv.
No,
I
listened.
all I said is that people, after listening to this, are gonna think that it's spoilers. That's
Okay,
what I
then
said.
people can do what people do in it and complain
I mean,
because
complain, bro.
I listen to
I would have been vexed.
I listen to a bunch of movie podcasts because I'm a movie fan, and yes, there are different levels of non-spoiler reviews. So there's one podcast, and they always say, it's not a spoiler, but it's an American, and it always is. So I always have to skip their bits a bit. But
Out of 10, on a scale of 10, 10 being heavy spoiler, 0 being nothing.
Okay.
Where was we?
we were 5.
I'll
Maybe.
tell you who's the worst for spoilers. 3 shots of tequila. And only one of them as well, Taser Black. Just spoils everything. It's like it's known. It's known that if you go on Twitter now, or just when Black Panther, they were asking, are you not going to talk about Black Panther? So I don't listen because I know Taser's going to spoil. He just spoils everything. Last week he just spoiled the whole wire. Like if you ain't watched it, you know what happened at the end.
Yeah, but like what
It's
Stavros done with Black Knight, he just told the thing because it's been too long.
Yeah, it's been
I
too
mean,
long.
I haven't seen.
I don't mind if it's
I haven't
too
seen
long.
The Wire, and to be honest, I'm not sure that I would be in any place to complain if people started talking.
You
about
can't be, but there's other things he's done and he's recent and he'll just spoil it. So the point now that if he starts talking, they're like, are you gonna spoil it? Are you gonna spoil it? Taylor?
They did it on.
Hang on, what's Black Knight?
The dark.
I know it is. I didn't put it out.
He's an African.
Oh,
leave him.
there's something else I noticed. Yeah,
He's an African.
on
leave him.
episode 58, you said it was episode 38.
Yeah. I
Oh,
made a mistake.
wow.
I made a
Damn,
mistake. I noticed. in
Black
the-
Knight for real.
Man said Black Knight, you know.
He
He
just
get
put
away
it-
with it.
He just put the two films together, bro.
I am the Black Knight.
Oh boy.
He just did the Af thing, man.
All right, so this last week was the Brits, and Stormzy went down a storm with the storm over his head,
Oh.
and Theresa May.
Did it remind you of Bucket Bath when you saw
Are
him?
we allowed to play that? Yeah, it was the lions. Yeah, it's like the bucket challenge, isn't it?
Still people having a bucket bath there, man.
I got that, man. I got 30 seconds of that clip.
Yeah, what I don't do you understand because obviously it's a performance, but do you understand why he was in the rain? I don't.
I thought it was just to make
It's
it
not
more
the first
dramatic,
time. I've seen a few people do that.
It's just make it more dramatic, innit?
Just to do
But
it.
you know he caught cold after that, boy.
One time. Bro, the weather that is
He caught cold.
cutting, bruv.
He's at home with limp
I was-
right now.
I was impressed at the mic.
He's hit the gym a bit, man. He's like, I'm gonna. Show
He
this.
looks
I'm
in
gonna-
shape, bruv.
I'm gonna show this off.
He does look in shape.
I'm gonna
Simple.
show this off.
He
damn
said
it.
South
I want
London.
to be a sex icon as well.
South
Jeez.
London in the Ross Clark building. That's what he told them. They should have all ran from there, boy.
He said that on the BAFTAs.
He said it when he picked up his award, BAFTAs, you know. You're just as bad as him.
Not
the
BAFTAs,
Brits.
the Brits, sorry.
He said,
It's
when
too
he
many
picked up
award
his
shows.
award, he said, South London in the Ross Clark building.
Did they bleep it?
No.
Gangster.
They won't.
The tip of my pen toe. Yo, fear, I'ma let the tip of my pen show. Now, yo, Theresa May, where's that money for Grenfell? Well, you fool, we just forgot about Grenfell, you criminals. And you got the truth to call us savages. You should do some jail time. You should pay some damages. You should burn your house down and see if you can manage this. MP Smithco, we just smoke a bit of cannabis. So, don't get me for this, so be woke. This year I'm dishing out L's and free smoke. They tell us that we're fucks. I try and bust a myth, but someone told the Daily Mail they can summer.
You know what? Yeah.
I enjoy his personal vendetta with the
Daily Mail. Yeah.
because the Daily Mail have taken it's like they chose the wrong person to pick on.
Did you see what they did after?
What?
They must have put in a tweet or in the thing. Congratulations to Stormzy and your performance.
Yeah.
And people were like, everyone was like, have you seen it?
It's always someone that is just not quite with it. Innit?
Have you seen it? Like,
Yeah, well, I'm thinking, does it work for them that he keeps mentioning them?
potentially, because they're like beef, innit? They're like the Trump of newspapers, innit?
I think
They
all
They're the biggest website in the world.
Yeah, everybody's on the Daily Mail.
Daily Mail make more money of advertising than any of these other newspapers.
Serious?
They're the biggest one because they're worldwide. For some reason, they're big in America as well. So
Because
what
it's
are they in
of
America?
hate.
Is
Sorry?
it? Are they Daily Mail
Yeah,
in
Daily
America?
Mail.
It's a hate, man.
Put it this way: the app Daily Mail, is the US one. Is the UK one is at Daily Mail UK.
So hang on.
That's
So
how deep it is.
so is that owned by what's his name again?
Well,
Murdoch.
Murdoch. Is that a
I don't
Murdoch?
know.
I think
I
so.
don't
I
think
think
it's under the
I
Murdoch
think it is
umbrella.
Murdoch. I think it is.
You want to check that one
I think
out.
it is.
I'll check.
I know that he's
'Cause I know-
Mirror, Sun.
I know
and
that my man owns every bomber clock
Sport.
thing when it comes to news.
He sold off a little bit.
He sold
piece
the
of
Fox, innit?
some-
Yeah, because
some
he wanted to
change.
buy Sky, but then they said no.
Yeah, they said no.
Good.
No way. You can't buy my Sky.
That's deep. No, but he owns 50% of Sky. He wanted to,
He wanted to
own
fully
the
own
rest.
it. Yeah, they said no.
and then he was offering to get rid of Sky News as well. You should just try and buy Al
I don't
Jazeera.
know.
Do you think he is doing this off of his own back, or do you think someone's got him by the
Scrotum.
short and curlies?
Who?
Because why would you want to own all of the news?
Because
news everywhere?
he's either part of the Freemasonry
what do you
or he's
mean?
part of the Illuminati.
Of course, you want to own all the news.
And
then you can,
and then when you are part of these kind of groups, you have an influence on what we listen to and what we hear and what we see.
Bruv, if I was a billionaire, I'd
Simple
buy a
things.
newspaper myself. Like Jeff Bezos, he's the owner of Amazon.
yeah.
He bought which one is it? The Washington Post.
It's
buy
what I
the
think
it's
news
what's
so
it
you
post.
can
You can-
funnel what people understand and think, man. What are you talking about?
exactly.
But going back to Stormzy, I don't want to spend time on that pussy, yo. Going back to Stormzy now, yeah.
On who's the pussy?
What's his name?
Murdoch.
Murdoch, man. Murdoch's a disgusting person.
He doesn't own them, by the way.
He's a
but
disgusting
continue.
human being. The fact that Theresa May actually spoke back to him is deep, you know.
The next
Hold on.
day.
What did she say?
She came back with a government letter, signed by Theresa May saying, I think it's like 58 million has been set aside for them. If all the people don't get the money that they needed, there's going to be extra funds allocated as well and whatnot.
Wow, they're scared of
The
Stormzy,
next
bruh.
day. So this was at night. The letter came in the morning, fam.
Stormzy was there kicking her in her chest, and she came back with another Hayukin. She's not having it. She's not having it. And you know what?
You know, can I say
Well
one
done,
thing?
Stormzy,
This is the
bruv.
only time that she's been strong and stable.
Theresa May, she's getting it from all angles, man. She's actually holding it down.
I'm
quite
telling
well
you,
for
because
what
the
she is.
woman, the way that they're disrespecting this woman, man, because she's just getting it. Even her own backbenchers are just cussing her all over the
Yeah,
place.
for
It's
real,
wrong,
man.
man.
No, it's not because she's a woman. If you know politics, they do
It's
that
not
all the
'cause
time.
she's a
man.
woman.
Nah.
Politics is the worst. When
Nah,
they
they-
smell blood,
Nah,
They don't,
man.
man. But they don't treat they treat. Okay, who's in UK politics before her has been treated the way that she has? Who?
I just watched the film
Yeah,
about
there's been some, I can't-
about who's the one during war times?
He's gonna
Who?
go to some long.
Who's the one during
Nah.
wartime? The big man,
Churchill.
Churchill. Go watch the film about Churchill and see how they treated him.
Yeah, they wouldn't back him so much, but they didn't treat him like Theresa May now.
How are they treating Theresa May?
They treating her like her own party are treating her like she's a fussy. They tried to do that with even Jeremy Corbyn.
Jeremy
they was
Corbyn, I was
dealing
just
with.
about to
They
say,
didn't-
yeah.
they didn't treat her as bad as the same lot are
Yes,
treating
they
her.
tried to out him.
They tried to out this one.
Yeah,
No,
they treated him as bad.
Nah, the way
They killed Jeremy, you know.
They done
You know
Jeremy dirty.
Now they
You know-
tried to out this
No,
one as well.
No, what they are saying is that they're going to keep her there until Brexit, and then
Hang
they're
her.
going to get
They're
rid of
hanging her.
Yes, but she knows that. Everybody
Scapegoat.
knows that. It's not like a thing. Because you know what? You can put a vote of no confidence thing, like you have like 42 letters need to be sent to a certain person by conservative people. And it's like they're even keeping the numbers down, saying, listen, don't all send the numbers.
They
the
are
letters.
snaking her, boy.
The thing, politics is deep, man, because everything is like out in the open secretly. It's not matching.
Can,
But anyways,
can I just say something to you?
go on.
Can you withdraw that truth, please?
I've withdrawn, of course.
Of course.
I feel to play it, though. But anyway, no, man. The fact that she came back, I was like, rah, that's deep, you know. The Prime Minister is addressing man like Stormzy from Brixton or wherever he's from.
Stormzy took another
He's
step
from
in
Croydon.
in
Fortineath.
in this, in the escalation of his life at the moment. I don't know where this dude's gonna end up. Well, I said it a few weeks ago. He's like he's the young voice of Black London.
Yeah.
People were calling him who called him the GOAT? Bizzle. Called him the GOAT. I was like, wow.
No, he's a bad man. I like the way that the focus is on him. When he speaks, people listen.
Can I ask a question?
And he
Simple as
doesn't
that.
hold back as well, you know.
Doesn't
Can I
hold
ask a
back,
question? Is he saying anything that Akala hasn't said already? Or isn't already saying?
Probably not. Akala probably says he's even more than him, but the fact of the matter is that Stormzy is hot right now, and
he's still saying
everybody has their eye on him. Everybody's listening to him. Akala's a bad man, trust me.
But Carlo was bigging him up as well.
Yeah,
but
no, I thought that.
But it's like this.
Can't
though,
help
innit?
to.
It's like what Mr. Wolf is saying, yeah? When people... let's go back to what we were just talking about with Will Smith. Will Smith is the hottest actor out there, yeah? But we're saying that he's not so pro-black. He's not going out there rocking the boat saying things that's potentially going to get him somewhere. I think the most controversial thing Will Smith's ever meant to have said is that he didn't kiss that man on what's it called, because he didn't want to look gay in that first film that he did or whatever. Yeah, that's minor. This man is the hottest boy on the road right now. Yeah, the hottest one in the UK anyway. He's hot, and he's just saying what the hell he wants. He's not hiding. When people ask, when the Daily Mail's trying to say something about him, he's not sitting there just accepting it. He's coming out and telling them, "What are you doing? Do not use my name for this." He isn't having it.
Who is he the equivalent of in America? As in a rapper who isn't saying something maybe right now. Someone of his stature that people would probably listen to.
It'd be Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
Kendrick.
big Kendrick. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, this is how peak it is for Stormzy. How big he is. The one slip up he's had in the last couple of years was the gating, and he overcame that.
That's what I'm saying.
From when you can overcome the hill that is the LGBT onslaught.
They tried to throw kryptonite at the Black Superman stuff.
Yeah, and he bounced that off quick time. He said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was young." And he said it in apparently because did I ever read the?
I read the thing, yeah. And what I liked about it is he apologized. He said, "I've grown." Blah, blah, blah. But he still didn't look like he wasn't like begging. He was like,
he wasn't begging for
like, come for me. Why are you coming for me for? I'm sorry. I did it. When I was young, I said these things. I'm not saying them now. Man has grown in it.
Did he say it like that?
That's what he might as well say it.
with his face all screwed up.
That's what he might as well say it like that. Because that's what he basically said. I apologize. I'm not telling that I didn't say it. I said it. I apologize. I've grown. Obviously, at the time, that's what I was thinking, and that's what I said. I've grown now. You can see that I'm not saying these things anymore. Apologies, done. But why you man come and drag up things from my past to come and get me?
Did he say that bit?
I don't know.
Should he set up a PR firm and teach all the rest of these people like Steph London and all them people
I don't know if
how
they
to
can
get by.
I think she ain't hot enough for that yet.
Yeah, I think just because Stormzy is so real with himself
and
he's
likable.
genuine, and
He's
he's
very
likable,
likable, man. Him and his missus are doing bits at the moment because Maya Jammer's where he's rising in his field, his woman Maya Jammer's rising in hers. So he's getting big in the charts, and she's now Radio 1 DJ. Blah blah.
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about his missus.
She's Maya Jammer. She's a radio DJ. So I think she was on Rinse or something, maybe one of them before, and then she's now on Radio 1.
That's big.
Do you know what I mean? So I always say that when you're famous like this,
and what is she? Was it the
Eastern African? Is she East African?
She's half Somali
and half.
I can't remember, man. I can't remember what the other half is.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of presenting and stuff as
she
well.
She did the mobiles. She presented the mobiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's doing her bits as well. You saw them one time in what was it, GQ magazine when it was there.
Both of them.
Yeah. Somebody said they
hold on, we got a little power couple going on.
Yeah, they're a little power couple. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I like these power couples, man. I like power couples.
So do I.
I like Jay-Z and Beyonce. I like Will Smith and Jada. I don't know if Puffy and Cassie. Somebody showed. There was a tweet the other day. There was a video of. Did you see it? Have you seen the video?
I saw the picture of him holding his woman.
No, it was a video of him holding her. She was sitting on his lap, and she was like, he was going for like asking her to kiss him, so she was just pecking him on the cheek, and people were saying, "Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do with your sponsor. You just give them just enough to give you money." Because she didn't look like she wanted to kiss him. She didn't look like she wanted to do it.
I don't know. They just seem like an odd couple to me.
No, he's about 50 and she's like 12.
No, it's because it's a fast, isn't it? Like it's a
Yeah, but they've been together too long.
A long time,
for
man.
it to be nothing,
it's a
innit?
charlatan thing, bro.
You think so?
How long was Barrymore with his wife for? And then we found out that my man.
You think Puffy's gay?
Yeah.
No way,
nah,
bruh.
nah.
Yeah.
But she's going out.
He's gay. There's nothing wrong with that. If he's not gay, if he's not gay, he's a twister. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah, I don't
He
think he's
ain't
gay.
gay, man. He got nah.
It was a bit. You know what? There was a video I saw the other day, and it was such a normal human being black people thing that they did. Yeah. So there was like the All-Star game, right? And it was Beyonce was sitting at the front. It was on the front. What do they call it?
What courtside?
Courtside. They were courtside at their All-Star game. Yeah. So I think it was Beyonce and Blue were sitting next to each other, and some like clowns or whatever. One of the mascots was come and he started playing around with Blue and picked her up and spinning her around and blah blah blah. Beyonce was just sitting there normally, and then she sat down, and then you see Puffy come with his phone and he was showing Beyonce the video that he had took off the bit. Like, look at the video I've taken of her and thing. He's smiling, and he was showing it to. And I was thinking, that's just like a normal thing that normal people would do. You know, like when your auntie takes a video of you people and you look at the video I've taken and I'm showing you. It was doing. I was thinking, doesn't matter how much money you have.
These people are normal
people, man. Normal things. You just want to show somebody
They're very rich.
A video of their daughter.
They're very rich, but they do normal things.
That same All-Star game, courtside. Did you hear about what happened with Chris Brown and the game?
No.
Apparently they were smoking weed.
Apparently there's video of them. No, but that's different. You're talking about the All-Star NBA game.
Yeah.
Where I think
Snoop
like,
organizes it.
like,
That one.
No. Yeah, the one that happened with the game and Chris Brown. I think that's like a hip hop versus R&B or something.
That's right,
Or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So them man
man
get
can do
together
what
and
they
play
want,
their
man.
game. And yeah, you see them on the side there passing it because the game thinks he's doing it sly. I don't know why he thinks he's doing it. You know when you bet yourself up by trying to do it sly.
But the thing
He's
is,
all taking it like this.
What's wrong with these blacks, man?
yeah,
What's wrong with them?
the thing is though, there was a bit of was it criticism because they were saying that there's kids in the crowd and all the rest of it, and why couldn't they have waited?
I know.
And
they
they
were
were
the game as well.
they're
And
addicts though.
no, but they were like Snoop Dogg is the biggest chiefer out of all of them, and even he managed to not be doing that stuff
Them
in
like
there.
addicts, man.
He
But
said he's giving that up though.
But you
didn't
have to remember, Snoop Dogg's been he coaches all these football teams and all this stuff, so he's used to all of this stuff.
He's used to being around the kids.
he?
Yeah.
I could have swore he said he was going to give that up.
I don't know if Snoop can.
And Snoop will say one thing 1 minute and then
then
do
do
something else.
He's still Snoop Lion
Just like
in my
Puff
heart.
Daddy changed his name for
your
about a
heart.
week.
Yeah, Snoop Lion, man. He's not like a Snoop Dogg. Snoop Lion.
Puffy changed his name for about a week as well. innit?
Yeah,
So he's not loved no more.
he was lying about that. That was a lie.
Just publicity business.
Mm.
These men know how to work the system.
Black
you know?
excellence.
One
Yeah,
time.
get their name in the press. And do the thing.
They know how to work the
But
system.
yeah, man.
bro.
Power couples. 2018 power couples. I want to see more black power couples. You know they're trying to say that Lupita and what's his face, Michael B. Jordan are doing a thing in it. But then they're going for the person that's been getting it at the moment is that Mbaku guy
Barco.
because he's got one white woman or she's half Asian, half white.
Oh.
And all these black women that was like, what is going on here? And
Mr. Wolf is rolling his eyes.
Nah, I didn't roll my eyes. I kind of winced.
But are you surprised?
I'm not surprised at anything. I just know what I want to see.
What man got gas? So basically what happened is you saw the film, you saw that black
we
excellence,
won't have it.
and everybody thought, yeah, these are real
We won't
like
have it too.
people that are down for the cause. I'm not saying that you can't have a partner who's not black and still be down for the cause, because there was Bernie Grant in the UK.
That's what I'm saying.
And he was down for the cause. Met the man
How
on a number
about
of
the
occasions.
poet? What's her name?
Who that?
Angelou.
Maya Angelou, yeah. Like,
as well. Listen,
Did you
people,
mind
people,
yeah.
yeah, people can do what they want, man. Do what they want.
I mean, look at Oprah.
What?
What about her?
Stedman is clearly black.
I'm thinking, who the hell is this guy talking about?
That's how much Stedman is not known. That's how much Stedman is not known. Hold on, actually, they thought Stedman was a white man.
I thought Oprah was with a white.
No, she's with Stedman, the one black man that don't say
Man, you
nothing.
just done an old move, man.
If
Don't ever talk
Stedman
to me about being old.
Knows his position. Shut your mouth and take this money.
if you could see Stavros's face, he looks properly
When
properly lost.
Oprah,
All this time.
when Oprah rides Stedman, she puts money in his mouth and tells him, shut your mouth and take
Throw
this
the cash
pussy.
in his mouth, you know.
Take
pure-
this.
Take
Take
this
this.
pussy and shut your mouth.
Eat it. Eat it.
I'm sorry.
Stedman shuts his mouth. Stedman went to go and talk about presidency the other day. Now he's caused all this problem. That's why Stedman don't like to talk anymore.
You had one job.
Shut your mouth.
I don't even know. So is there a picture of this woman then?
We were rooting
Which
for
woman?
you.
Yeah, it's been going around the whole internet of him.
I don't even know,
on this group because everybody's. Actually, I was reading. There was an article where they was talking about the most disgusting things said about this man, right? Not to do with him in the white world, but just women in general. One woman said, because he must have been, he's 6'5" basically.
Yeah.
So he was standing next to a door frame. She goes, "My God, his head is almost touching the door frame. I need this man's dick on my forehead."
Yeah, that was a tweet.
A woman said that.
Yeah, it was
Bro, there was a whole article of women talking dirty about this man. There was one picture where the woman had put like a wet panties on there and it said, "As soon as I saw him on the throne," they was burying him. They loved that. Out of everybody in the film, that's the one that everybody seemed to like.
There's a photograph of him going around just sitting on the throne, man. He looks like a proper king.
He looks like a
You
proper
get
king.
me? Yeah, man.
You will
I
not
like
have it
the
too.
role
We
that
will
he
not
played,
have
man.
it.
I
Yeah,
like
but
the role that he played.
they're saying that Lupita and Michael B. Jordan are doing a thing. But he's another one that's got like a Latino girlfriend and
apparently he's single now.
he's single now.
Apparently he's single, has been for a while, and that Latina girlfriend, it was just someone that he was seeing.
was
It wasn't even the serious
He
thing.
was
But
just banging
they
it.
also again, as I said, there's a lot of rumors that he's gay as well. They like to put a rumor. And somebody sent
Everybody's gay, man.
No,
Puffy's gay.
no,
He's
no,
gay.
the Puffy one. The reason why I'm saying the Puffy one, yeah, I've seen 2 or maybe 3 videos of him being in interviews, got a little bit waved, yeah, and he's in the interview and he's talking and he said something like, "Yeah, man, I know who was it? Was it Usher or somebody? Kevin Hart, and I think it was Usher. I'm not sure." But he was like, "Yeah, man, I know this guy from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? When we used to be, back in the day, we used to be up in a bed together, and, and hold on, pause. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and even Kevin Hart's face was like, "What the fuck did you just say, bruv?" Like, he was like, What did you just say, Puffy? He goes, "Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that."
The
But
truth comes out when they're high, bro.
He's done it at least 2 or 3 times.
But he got pure use, huh?
Yeah, he's got
Who?
about
He's got
7.
twins.
Puffy got bare
He's
youths.
got the other youth.
Again, you not listen to Michael Barrymore
Barrymore.
for how long? How many youths has Michael Barrymore had? Don't tell me, bruv.
Nah, man, these 2 things was making me laugh. It's just making me laugh, this whole Black Panther stuff. Some boy must have put on Twitter, he must have found, because Michael B. Jordan lives with his parents, or his parents live with him.
Oh yeah, I saw that. And,
Yeah, you see it?
Michael G. He replied.
Yeah, but I feel sorry for the boy because the boy was just trying to help his own cause. So he's like, so basically he was saying, because he said Michael B. Jordan's 5'9", he still lives with his parents and he watches anime. Now,
No, is he that short?
yeah,
You
he's
don't-
not that short.
Wait.
But then so he's like, why can't I get what you? I know you girls love him basically. So what are you saying about us, man? That's doing this like everyday life as well. 5'9", watches anime and whatever, live with their parents. So then he must have come back and said, "Actually, I'm 6 foot. Put some respect on my name." Then he must have said, "Actually, I don't live with my parents. My parents live with me." Because it is a big difference. My parents live with me, and then he says, "I like Goku and Finger, the truth or whatever." Naruto. And I said, this boy he actually came back to talk to this boy. This small boy that was just trying to get a little pussy.
And then the thing is, somebody else was like,
He's blocking you, know?
"Why did you come out and do that?" And then Michael B. replied again to, "No, I just have to put it straight. I have to put it right." That's what he
Yeah.
said.
I'm like, rah, boy, man. Pop blocked it.
2 tweets. He just done those 2 tweets, and that was it. His whole timeline just went mad. People just going off on the thread.
Seen, boy.
Trust me.
Why can't ESN go viral, man?
It'll go viral.
Do you want it to go viral?
You got to talk about controversial
I want
stuff, man.
listeners, man. I want more listeners.
What's
So why not?
wrong with Trump, though, bruv?
What do you mean?
The whole idea of arming teachers to help combat these mass shooters. The guy's a madman.
I'll tell you what Trump is doing, yeah? Trump is robbing the belly of the country. That's what he's doing.
Secretly, innit?
He's robbing the belly
I know
of
he's
the
got
country.
like them secret little business things that he's got.
all
got
this
down on.
tax cuts and stuff that he's doing, he's just rinsing money out of the country.
His son was recently in India to build this big plaza of flats, about 3 or 4 of them. And they're raking in the money, man. Trust me. Him being president is helping his name.
Of course it is. That's why he went to do it in the first place.
Bruv.
He didn't expect to win, though.
He's robbing the bag.
So, this will be now 2 weeks ago, as you're listening to this, in Parkland, Florida. There was a school shooting. One, how old was he? A teenager or a young adult.
Let's do it how they would do it. Young white male.
Yes, went into the school that he was expelled from for nonsense. Went in there with his AR-15 and shots and killed 17 people. So
17,
including
yeah.
adults and children. So, because in America, He's a teenager, yeah, because I know he's between 18. He's 18. Between 18 and 21, you can't buy handguns, but you can buy the rifle that he shot the people with. I don't get it. Like, you can't have this handgun, but the thing that you can shoot faster with, we'll sell you that.
You know what's so
doesn't make
interesting
no
about the AR-15? If I remember rightly, that gun was made.
AR-15.
That gun was made to get around one of the laws that they have about assault rifles in America, because it doesn't. If I'm not mistaken, it doesn't technically qualify to be an assault rifle because of the rate of fire or something like that. If I remember right.
But then there's modifications you can do to it to speed the thing up.
Of course.
Mr. Wolf, what did you want to say?
I got another video, man.
Is it about this thing?
It is, man. Let me play it still.
Okay, uncle now. Got the iPad out.
It just kills me how these white kids shoot up these schools and kill innocent people, and then people start discussing their trauma. And it's like, trauma? What about the trauma that black children experience every day? What about the trauma of them knowing that they could be murdered at any second and that shooter won't even go to jail? My son is afraid to go get shit out of someone else's yard. If it goes that way, he could be perceived as a thief and be shot or put in jail. What trauma are white kids experiencing? There's no prices on their heads. They're forgiven. They're given understanding. You know, African children don't commit these crimes because they have high conscience. They are children of consciousness. They are spiritual beings. Let's just call these white kids what they are. They just evil.
That's bullshit.
I mean, it's that simple. They evil little fuckers. Shooting up these schools, killing innocent people. The fuck? Trauma. Bitch, please.
That's bullshit.
I'll go as far as to say I want to disagree with her out the gate, simply because there clearly is some trauma happening to these white children, because it's only these white children that are shooting up schools.
Yeah, but
so there's something traumatic going on
the
there.
The black kids might not be shooting up schools, but they're shooting up each other on the street.
But
they're shooting up each other on the street for vendetta and beef that they have
over foolishness.
You could say it's foolishness.
It doesn't matter. At least there's a reason. How can
you
go and shoot somebody you don't know for no reason?
What do you mean? You think that do you think that man's in Chicago that's killing all these people? They know everybody that they're shooting.
It's gang to gang.
But did they know everyone that they're shooting?
It's gang to gang.
No, all of it is gang to gang, bruv. There's best strays that's getting shot.
Oh yeah, strays are getting shot.
So then what do you mean?
But that's stray. They're not actually doing it on purpose to shoot them, to kill those people.
You don't know. They're just spraying up the place. So as far as I'm concerned, people are killing. These men are killing the same way that other boys are killing. Yes, these white boys are shooting up schools. Yes, they're confused about what they're doing. And I agree that maybe they don't have as much trauma. But to say that black kids are not going around killing is bullshit. Of course they are.
No, there's the difference between the one and the other is that, like Simple said, somebody will go into a school because I'm disgruntled with
life.
And just kill strangers. And I'm not disagreeing with Simple that regardless of strays, and obviously there are occasions where even if it's for stripes, for instance, you might like go and kill this person just to join our gang, or go and stab somebody, or go and rob this shop. But often the case is we have an issue with these people, whether we want something they have, or they try to steal something from us, or they disrespected us, or whatever it is. It's not a good reason, but there's a reason why we're doing what we're doing, and we're going for these people. If we're not good enough to hit those people and we hit strays, we hit other people, by all means, it's all wrong. Nobody's saying that there's anything right with what they're doing, but there's different reasoning for doing it. And Mr. Wolf, I think you played that video because that woman is fit. Because
she looked good,
because it can't
but
be
that's
because of
not
what
the reason why I played it, bro.
I'm tilting my head looking at that video. But back to Trump. So Trump believes
19 school shootings this year, by the way. 19.
I think there's another one today.
And I'm sure they're all white, boy.
All of them.
So obviously now these children in America are going quite. It seems like this is maybe a turning point, potentially, maybe almost nearly, because they're really kicking up a fuss. There's a day that they're all going to take the day off school and just not go in and stuff. So,
to do what? For the gun laws?
Because they want to change gun laws in America.
It's not going to change.
Well,
we have the right to bear arms.
And yes, the Second Amendment says you have the right to bear arms to defend your country, yada, yada, yada. But they want to at least do it so that you have to be a certain age. You need more background checks. It's harder to get birth control
than it is
to get a gun.
Have you seen the video of this kid walking around? I think he's trying to buy a lottery ticket. He tries to buy alcohol, tries to buy cigarettes, and you can't buy any of those things.
In America until
the
you're 21.
one place where he went to buy a gun, did he get the gun?
Yes,
of course.
So they're saying we need to stop guns and that. I don't know about that. We need to stop them doing this bump stock thing, which allows you to reload these weapons that are not automatic, but kind of turn them into automatic weapons. And they're saying we don't know about that. So Trump has come up with this. You know what? I think we should do? We should give teachers guns. 20% of the teachers guns. And train
enough
and train
to
them
deal
up.
with.
And you know what? They do it for free, but let's give them a bonus too. Let's give them a little bit of a bonus.
This guy's a proper
Taking into
dickhead.
account that the schools in America, just like the schools here, they're not giving them the resources to even have books and whatnot. Like, they don't have pens and books. But yeah, we can give you guns and extra training and extra money so you can have guns.
That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
America the United States of America is backwards in their thinking, bruv.
And let me just add one thing to this story. It has come out, the sheriff of that town, in that place, has said that the security person that works at that school, who was armed and in uniform,
he was waiting for backup, innit?
He heard the shooting and stayed outside of the school.
Boy, it sounds like Uncle Security to me.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was my own uncle. Yeah.
Uncle Security,
so now there's a big discussion point because Trump called him a coward, and
interesting.
There's a big discussion now where that's his job. He should have done that. He should have gone in there. He could have saved 5, 10, or everybody's lives. You're the only other person there with a gun. It's your job to do this kind of thing, and you stood outside. And then other people are saying, listen, he only gets $48,000 a year. It's not his job to die. He was right to stay outside and just maybe call the police and wait for backup. What do you guys think?
Boy, it's an interesting one. Go on.
So, okay, my thing is this. If he's armed security...
Yes.
As in...
He has a gun.
Not a taser, but he's got a gun.
I believe so.
If he's armed security, then I'm sorry. That is part of the course of your job. That's the job you took.
I agree with you.
If it was what they call them in America?
Flashlight cop.
Yeah, rent-a-cop or flashlight cops or whatever who have like mace and what do you call it, a taser, I would understand totally him wanting to stay out of it. But if you're armed, bruv, you get what I'm saying to you? You're not armed for a joke.
I'll tell you what, simple Simon, I do agree with you, but I'll tell you what, yeah, there's a part of my job that can be really gruesome. We can see some nasty things, and we get paid to act when incidents happen, yeah? So some of these gruesome and nasty things can take place, and I've seen people freeze because of the magnitude of the incident. So I can understand that, yes, it is your job to protect the students and you're armed or whatever, but when your life is on the line and you may be thinking about your wife, you might be thinking about your children, they're thinking, boy, is it really worth... If America is not going to do anything to stop these things happening, why should me go in there and risk my life?
I don't know how much them men are getting paid.
That's what I'm saying. It's his job, yes, but boy, he's got a family as well.
Yeah, he's probably just there to feed his family. He's not there to protect no one.
So what? He was going on the notion that it's just a school. This kind of thing won't happen.
He was probably watching Black Panther reviews when that was happening, bro. Get me?
Wakanda. We just decided that he's black.
I don't know.
No, I don't think he's black at all.
Oh, okay.
But if he was, that would make more sense.
It would, maybe.
Because that's what I'm going to say. If I see a crazy white boy
as a black man, if you boy,
I'm the first to get shot, so I'm gone.
Who's seen that gif where the man's got the red cup and he's like, boy, nah, fam. I'm not involved. And that's
maybe the first to be targeted, wait.
But the problem that I have with this whole thing is this, obviously it's a tragedy that's gone on with this Florida school shooting and that. It's
19 of them this year.
It's despicable. But what I have what I can't get around is how comes we're not having the conversation that we're supposed to be having? Why isn't the subject matter now what is wrong with these children? What is wrong with their upbringing? What is wrong with the culture? Because it's a culture. You don't have this many incidents at this level and this frequency without it being some type of culture. Why is it that white kids feel that it's all right to go and shoot everybody at school?
Because they have the right to bear arms.
And no, but then it also transpires into adulthood as well, because you had these people that go, they call it postal because post office workers used to go to work if they were fired or whatever, shoot up the place. Why are we not having the conversation about the psychological fragility of these people? It's obviously cultural. They have things in common. They're all white, all of a certain age, all from a certain place.
All men.
Oh man.
So why is that not open discussion?
I think it is. I just don't think that people care.
No, it's not open discussion at all.
I think they discuss it. I just don't think that anybody cares about it.
I think
it's
they
not-
discuss it for a period of time
Yeah.
after the incident,
and that's
and then they stop.
They don't
and
talk
it's-
about the
and it's not
culture
enough.
though. You don't hear those words.
The reason why they don't talk about it is because it's white kids. If this was black kids doing this
They
thing,
call it
would
American
be,
culture.
Yeah, they
and
won't
it
call it
put-
white
and
culture.
boy, if it was black kids, they would be looking to crucify them. They'll be looking to.
Yeah, they'll call it
Just
black
remember
culture.
that they apprehended this kid, apprehended him, arrested
They
him.
apprehended
and
all of the white boys
that's
that
what
done
I'm
this.
saying.
And the black boys that have no weapons
Not all of
have
them.
been killed.
I know a few of them have been shot dead, but
Well, the recent
You
ones,
know.
the one in the church, he was apprehended.
one time,
they
and they gave him KFC.
Yeah, no, it was. You're just changing the thing. It was Burger King.
Only because
Burger
I've got
King.
this thing when they run out of chicken.
exactly. They couldn't have given
They
it
did an
KFC.
apology in the newspaper, by the way, KFC, you know.
You said it. You said it was it's a big thing. I told you.
Did you see the new nonsense that McDonald's did? They wasted the opportunity. Yeah, McDonald's come out and what did they say? They said some shit like it was a really stupid advert. It was something like a guy says.
Bro, you can't remember that
I can't
advert.
remember.
Like,
And then
Just
I'm
go
not-
back. Go back to the thing you were talking about before that you didn't want us to skip, and now you skipped it to go talk about McDonald's.
What about the psychological thing?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, why not?
Unless you're blaming McDonald's for it.
No, I'm not blaming McDonald's for it. But what I'm saying is, I don't get why.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's right. The food might be a problem. you know?
Maybe the chicken. Yeah,
Is it certain regions in America as well? Are kids from New York doing this?
it's just.
Are kids from is it seem to be?
I think
certain
there
areas?
has been a couple of them in New York State, which is out of the New York City.
Yeah.
Is
So
it more like I'm thinking? Is it
it's in
more
the
rural,
suburbs,
is it
man.
more rural areas that this is happening?
My thing is this: that they're not even saying white on white crime because that's what it is in a lot of cases.
one time.
No, but it's not though. Is it? He's not. They're not discriminating about race.
Yeah, but most of these schools are schools full of white folks.
I'm sure there's some black kids getting killed too. I saw some Oriental kids getting killed.
I would say maybe a couple of Asians or whatever.
Sorry, so East Asians now we call them in now, innit?
Yeah, you don't do that Orient.
They do discuss the situation. They discuss the culture of it all. They talk about America as a whole, how America is a violent place. For every person in America, you know, with gun, you know, there's only X amount of guns in the whole world, legal guns, and like 40% of them are in America.
Yeah, so you see,
So it's
can you see-
like,
can you see the difference though?
so how many people in America and you own 40% of all the legal own weapons in the world? It's like
There's more
obviously
guns than people. Isn't it?
Yeah, in America
okay,
there
yeah.
is.
Obviously, there's a culture of it there.
There's 100 million registered gun owners in America, but that doesn't mean that there's 100 million guns because they have more than one.
And some people are not registered to have them, and they have them.
Exactly.
Loads of people.
But
even.
again, you said they're talking about it as an American problem and what have you. But when black children kill other black children,
You ain't
it
American.
becomes.
it's a big news.
It's not even a big news story. You're not. It's not about America.
Story. They
It's
don't
not-
care about. Black
It's not
kids killing
America.
black
It's
kids.
not. It's not about America at that point. It's about black people and something wrong being with black people. It's very, very specific. Like they get very, very focused, and I don't understand why the criticism.
You do understand why?
No.
So, you do.
We can't accept it no more. Bun it.
That's a different topic. I don't understand when we say I don't know why they do it. We all know why. We all know why.
Because they don't
Hong,
want to.
hong,
They don't want
hong.
to.
You know, that's it.
They don't want to. You know,
You
show
know,
the white culture.
They don't
as
want
what
to.
it is.
They don't want to.
But they
rip them
don't.
out.
The way you're talking about black kids and the show, they don't care about black kids. They I'll show you. They'll let
Michael
black-
Jackson
No,
said
but-
that
no,
they
but
don't
what-
really care about us.
But what they'll do is that they'll highlight the violence within the black community.
Yeah, they'll do that, but they won't care about
And-
black kids
and-
that kill
and,
black kids
yeah.
that kill blacks.
But when it comes to the violence within those white inner city or outer city places, the rich areas,
They're all isolated incidents, isn't it?
exactly, that don't happen much, and so it will just be spoke about for a couple of days, and then we'll move on.
Can I segue onto something?
Go on then.
Because we're talking about the pettiest man in the world. We think that Trump is King Petty, yeah?
He's up there.
We're putting him in King Petty. I think I might
Trump
have
is
found.
he's just a cunt, isn't he?
I think I might have found Queen Petty,
Who?
and she lives in Jamaica.
Who's that?
Right. So have you heard about the Winter Jamaica bobsled team?
Yeah.
That's something.
I was talking today about it on Facebook. Right. So the women's Jamaican bobsled team for the Winter Olympics, yeah, obviously got there, and they had their bobsled, and they had a coach. So I think what happened was the coach and the team or whatever had a discussion, and then they said they wanted to kind of demote her from being the coach to being like technical analysis assistant or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you know what she said?
Give me my bomber cloud bobsled. What I'm telling.
So she quit, and then she took the bobsled with her, and now they have no bobsled.
And I swear they brought it back though.
They
No.
got
Red
a loan
Stripe.
one.
Red Stripe said, "No bobsled, no problem," and then gave them a bobsled. But the woman said, "All right, that's cool. I'm gone," and she took the bobsled with her. That is the most pettiest thing.
Bobsleigh.
Whatever. No, it's bobsled.
Bobsled.
It's not called a bobsled.
You might be right. But I don't know either which way. But if
It's a bobsled, is it?
You'll find out in a sec.
I think
you
I
laugh
thi-
at that though.
I think it depends on which context you use it. So
Bro, Cool Runnings, they said they're the bobsled team. They didn't say they're the bobsled team.
Whenever you know Jamaicans to name something properly,
Most times. they speak very proper like this.
they don't speak very proper like
Yes,
that.
they do.
It's bobsleigh, man.
The church ones speak very well like this.
Yeah, and they will,
Simple Simon.
and they will still say,
in the Lord Jesus Christ.
and they will say, "Big Wahala, the way I love you, but you have to have your birth certificate." They will still say that.
It's bobsleigh, bruv.
I'm sure it's bobsled.
SLEIGH sleigh.
I don't know if you could read well with your cataracts in your
Just accept the L, bruv.
whatever, I accept it.
there is bobsled as well, though.
There is a bobsled, as I'm saying.
And what is that?
In the same thing. I'm just saying it depends which context. Both words are applicable. I just when you use them.
Okay.
Anyway,
Right.
she took the bobsled.
No, because
And then
I think this is where he's right. It's a
She took
bobsleigh,
the bobsled.
but it's a bobsled.
Okay,
team.
well, I'm not doing dictionary today. She took the bobsled and left with it. She must have carried it on her back or something like it was water. I don't know how she managed to leave with the thing. How you going to drag that out? How you going to take the thing away from them? It is petty at its highest levels.
So what?
Something that Stab would do.
She should have just got.
Yeah.
She should have just got demoted, and then just what? That's it.
No, you don't. Okay, whether or not even you want to quit, yeah? You've been working with these girls for how many months to get them to a level of, blah, blah, blah. And you just say, you know what?
Team petty, man. Team
Fuck
petty.
you, I'm going to
all
take
the
my
way.
bobsled.
Team
but
petty
you've
all the
been-
way.
You've been working with them and all that. Yeah,
Probably
like
threw backtracks at it as well when
like-
she left.
Like,
Yeah, well, I can see her just burning you. Just burn the bobsled one time, boy. Just burn it in front of them. I'm blazing you.
that was her contribution, isn't it? Her contribution was
What, to the course to remove the thing?
No, her contribution to the thing was the bobsled and whatever else she was doing.
Bruv, I was saying today on Facebook, yeah, it is just like when you play football as kids and you own the football and then somebody pisses you off and then you pick up the football and leave and then no one else can play. You're just sitting there in the dark. All 12 players or 11 players or whoever players is there is just sitting there looking at each other because you ain't got no football. That's what she did to that team.
Well, go and get your own football then, innit? Play with your own
I'm
squishy.
surprised, I don't understand why the Jamaican national whatever it is didn't have their own bobsled in the first place. Why are they loaning a bobsled? Is this eBay? You got loan things like that.
Well, let's look at the sport and how much of a sport it really is.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Cool Runners have shown me that it's an important sport in Jamaica.
I don't
The
think,
women,
I don't
the
think
Nigerian women came last, by the way.
Yeah, but that's the first team ever.
They came last.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
Ghana man
the
came last as
skeleton
well,
one,
didn't he?
yeah,
I
and
think
the Ghanaian man, the skeleton.
They must have been
woman,
well happy
she
with
came
that.
last.
They
and
must
the
have been
bobsleigh
scared,
team came last.
Skeleton one.
No, but
It's kind of like Bob's. It's the bobsleigh one. But
One
as a
person.
One person.
But what I think is
Call
really
it skeleton.
interesting, look at that. Nigeria, Ghana, and Jamaica all entered into Winter Olympics. Things that don't really normally happen.
Have you seen the black girl that does the skating?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if she won though.
The which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the one that done the trick that's never been done?
No, the one that does the racing.
Oh, yeah. She won. I saw her win a race. I don't know if she won the whole gold or whatever.
What?
Well, there's a black girl that does like ice skating racing now,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
and she was smashing it because she can like run on ice, like properly run. And so she was smashing it to pieces.
You're not meant to run, are you? Are you meant to skate?
Yeah, but she's like she's running.
Yeah, she's fast, man.
She's like fast.
She's like
she was smashing them to pieces.
She's like Ozone off of The Incredibles.
So
Yeah. Okay,
I don't know. So
There's
I
a part two
don't
coming
know
out,
whether or not she's winning or not. But I think she was going to win. Actually, she was breaking records. I think.
I saw her win a race. I don't know about how far she's got, but I did see her win a race. To be honest with you, Winter Olympics is not really something I've been into.
I just man laughing.
I don't know like he's about to die.
The man just laughed. The woman trying to hide.
This guy's holding in his laugh hard, boy. So funny, bro.
It's a dove or something. Must have attacked a youth.
Oh, you watched the video?
It landed on the youth's hand, and then what happened? Is that what you're talking about?
This is fantastic.
I can't even see the thing.
Did I fall asleep?
When did you fall asleep? When?
I think I just fell asleep.
Oh yeah. I see this. This is of a East Asian. It's not Oriental now, and they're feeding pigeons or doves, yeah. And the kid,
Bruv, this nigga explaining this thing, man.
the kid grabs the dove by the neck like it's looking to kill it, you know, and then takes the seed and puts it in her mouth.
That's petty as well, bro.
That's mad.
That's too petty, man.
She
Petty
looks like she's about to
2018
rip the head of
is
the
about to
dove
go
off,
down.
man. It's mad.
What's going on with the next topic, man?
There is no next topic. That's
There
the
was, we was talking about, I saw Simple Simon put some topics in the what's it called? In this thing. In the, what did you put it in? Simple?
In the on the conversation.
Why you not put the phone down, man?
Nah, it's
and you
funny
know we're telling
shit.
Mr. Wolf that he's
Sorry,
losing his
yes,
phone in
you're
his
absolutely right. Okay. There has been oil found in Jamaica.
Oh my God.
hand. Is it really found oil in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Was this not an old story? Or am I imagining
No.
things? Was this not something that happened about a year or two ago?
No. They found oil in Haiti when the disaster thing happened over there.
Okay.
And they but they had to keep quiet about that one because they couldn't do any excavation or drilling for that one. But this one that they found in Jamaica
Oil
now,
in Haiti.
yeah,
Wow.
this one that they had in, that's why they sent the forces in so quickly. But this is this one that they found in Jamaica now is even more scary because it doesn't require as much
Work or effort to get it out.
because it's seeping out of the land,
Oh, Lord.
so it's there. Yeah, exactly. It's there. And
I saw one retweet. Somebody said, you didn't learn from the Wakandans. Keep that to yourself.
yeah,
What are you telling everyone
I
for?
don't know.
Well, the
Who would
problem
tell
with
them?
Jamaica is the same problem that is happening in so many of the African countries. Is that the Orientals? Am I allowed to say
South-
that?
South
The
East-
Chinese have come in and
no, but this one's bad
they've
because
dug their heels
this-
into their land,
this is bad because this
and they probably knew this before.
around the Caribbean Sea, the British are there, the Chinese are there, the Americans are there, all around the same area because they're all
Yankee.
looking for oil around that areas or
Why can't they
whatever.
just leave us alone?
26 billion barrels, mate.
Jeez, man.
So they're doing that echolocation thing to
Is that
find
why
out-
the petrol went down? Because I went to Costco today to get petrol and it was down, bruv. And I was wondering what war had happened.
No, there's 122 out there now, bro.
Oh, mine was 113.
Yeah, that was a good price. There's 122 out there at the moment. But yeah, so this oil is seeping out the ground in Jamaica,
God bless Costco.
and it just means it's not long before they'll just take over the
Before
thing,
they
bro.
start come around
Trust me.
and then taking all the out
It's
and then
sad.
taking all the women them.
It's
sad.
like I always say, man. They'll be in there soon. They'll be in there soon.
Who-
They're still part of the Commonwealth, man. They're like, yes, it's one of my subjects.
And there's a madness going on in Jamaica at the moment.
What, with the gang thing?
There's a lot of shooting and killing. It's going a bit wild. Isn't it?
That happens, man. It goes up and down like that. It happens. I don't know what the cause of it is. Probably political.
It might be all the setup.
And then you watch the Chris Rock stand-up show.
No, my Netflix is run out.
He made a joke about Jamaica, basically saying that when you come off, like people like to say things are really beautiful at times, but they're not. So he's like he comes off of the boat in the Caribbean, and he's like, "What the hell is this?" And he's like, he was talking about that show was not that good, by the way.
You're not meant to spoil.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he was talking about one. He said he was driving through the Caribbean and you see all of these things, like you just see all these bad people just shouting at the car. You see all these children with no nappy just running around Figgy. He said you see one man just stabbing his dog that's going Shabba for no reason. Just doing said all of this madness, all this blah blah blah, and then you get to the tourist bits, and they're like, oh, it's not that bad. Everything's fine. Oh, seeing that death and all that stuff is not a big deal.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to laugh, listen to the actual Chris Rock.
Yeah, listen
show.
to that briefing. But it's like you don't. When people think about stuff like Jamaica, like you have
stuff like Jamaica.
places like Jamaica. Then you think of it's a bit different from Africa. What's wrong with me like saying stuff like Jamaica? What's wrong? They have stuffs. Then it's a bit different from Africa where I think most of the people just think of it as barren. It's not really a nice place, or it's not tourist area type thing, unless maybe you're thinking about South Africa, and even then that's still bordering. Whereas when they think of the Caribbean, they think of palm trees.
Because that's what's been pushed
And
to
blah,
you.
blah, blah. Exactly, it's mad. But then there's been war going on down there, but you don't really hear about it over here.
Is it happening in the other islands?
Was that war?
Well, all the madness.
Yeah, it happens
similar
in
to
all
what's
the-
going on in Jamaica.
Jamaica wasn't. Which one was it? That
Yes,
was-
our designated Caribbean advisor.
There was one that was supposed to be really bad. I think it was St. Kitts or something like that, or St. Kitts and Nevis. That one was supposed to be really bad. Like,
Same, bro.
Barbados has got its thing as well. As nice as Barbados is, every now and then you see a couple of videos of man that got chopped up with machete and everything there.
But what it is they keep this away from the tourists.
Yeah.
It's like
Trinidad is bad as well. Trinidad is bad because it's the woman them that is fucking up people. Yeah.
They got the woman army there.
Yeah, what's their names again? The Deji or whatever they is.
Yeah. Women them is fucking up people.
There's a couple of stories that have come out though, innit?
What's that?
Back in the day.
Don't cheat on
Nothing
a
recently.
Don't cheat on the woman from Trinidad, boy.
Mbaku.
Sorry. No, it's just when they go for the tourists. These robbers and stuff, they go for the tourists and they'll kill the tourists.
You don't really hear about that.
No,
much.
I think they keep it under wraps.
I think most places that have tourism, they understand that this is where a lot of our money comes from.
bro.
Yeah, so
Except for Rio, you know. You see around carnival time.
Yeah, them lot will eat, boy.
Them lot eat.
But the thing is, the reason why they like that is because the police don't care if you're killing each other. But if you do something to a tourist, they'll come for you.
Because it's worldwide
Yeah,
news.
they will come for you. And they will do something to you.
yeah,
They will
because
try to catch you.
the people above them know this is our money. So the government crack down on the local authorities. The local authorities crack down on the police, and the police crack down on the criminals.
It's like what happened for the World Cup in Brazil and the Olympics in Brazil. They cut down on the crime, the drugs, the gangs, and all that stuff. They went in hard on it.
Yeah, when them things happen, them lot, the police go into the favelas like a week before and just shoot up the place. Just make sure that they just
randomly
laying down everybody, boy.
Yeah, but they've kind of left Brazil just a bit worse than when it came.
Brazil's just messed up, man. When you got ghetto on one side of the street and then
innit,
money
literally
on the other, it's just madness.
On the one street.
Ghetto.
Yeah, but apparently, them man, when Rio Carnival comes around, the money that they make from hustling at that time period.
What type of hustling though? If it's just
Well,
everyday
all
street hustling, then yeah, man.
I've
Pickpocket, that's standard.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I've combined it, and when I've said hustling, yeah. So any type of thing they make the year's worth of money in that carnival period, like 2 weeks.
They're not holding people up at gunpoint, knife point. Now,
I'm not gonna. I ain't putting my life on the line for that one, bro.
that's not where you went there, didn't you?
Yeah,
We rolled deep though. When we was down there,
Yeah,
we can't.
I went to the favelas by myself.
We kind of just hang out, and people saw us as one of them.
Eh?
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, man. Don't fool yourself into thinking
please
that.
don't confuse yourself.
Bro,
They-
we're outsiders. Even
they
in Nigeria, we're
They
outsiders.
never thought we was one of them.
Well, they looked at us. I think if there was a whole load of white folks, maybe
We
it
were
would have been
in
different.
we were in the commercial area. We didn't go to where the locals are.
The day when we all went to the hood down at that central station place, we were gonna hit the cable car up, and the cable car weren't working, innit? That was the day when we was going into the hood.
Yeah, man.
Did we look at a place then?
Did we look at a place? Yeah, man's clocked us from time,
That's, when I
bro.
got that. That's the first time I got that chicken thing.
But yeah, when we walked out the station, didn't you notice the man that clocked us when we walked out the station?
Well, them mans are looking to rob us from day, man. Don't even let yourself be confused.
Trust me.
In Brazil, they're man are just looking to see what they could do to you or what they can't do to you.
What's the next holiday for all us, man?
We got
Cuba.
oh yeah, Cuba. Okay, I was gonna say we got to go Tokyo as well, man.
Yeah, Cuba. That's what I'm doing for mine. Anyway.
Vegas?
Cuba.
Anyone?
Vegas already, man.
I banned Vegas, man.
Have you done Vegas before?
No, I've never been Vegas.
It's not special. It's a one street. bro.
Man looking at me, give me.
No,
a
I haven't been Vegas either. You know,
You ain't been
so-
Vegas either.
No,
I heard nothing but great things about Vegas, and you two, the only guys that has said that it's average.
There's nothing special, man.
I didn't. No, we said
No.
you two.
Simple and
Simple, have you been
Simple
Vegas?
Wahala.
I haven't been Vegas.
So
Oh,
what
see.
do you do?
I said
I've
bun
been to
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, Bun Vegas.
But you have to remember who I am.
I don't want to go anywhere in the States anyway.
You have to remember
Oh,
who I
ban-
am, though.
ban him. Who are you?
Somebody that doesn't have fun. Don't have jobs.
Someone who doesn't have fun.
Me, I'm not the worst person, boy.
How many countries in the world you been to?
I don't know, but we had this discussion about 16, 17, something like that.
I still want to know where your best country is.
Dominican Republic was the best holiday I've had, I think. Because I did the most activities there.
Okay, Simple Simon, your best holiday as well.
Fucking hell. Shit. Right, you caught me off guard with that one.
Mr. Wolf?
I don't even know.
Boy, this
Go on.
best holiday. Two
Yeah.
of them was probably the two that I went with the boys. First one was Croatia. This is when barely any of the Englishmen knew about Croatia, yeah? So now Croatia in the summertime in July, there's pure English boys and London boys that go there, and they've kind of flooded it out. But when I went there, I went for my cousin's stag do. I saw Mobb Deep perform, so before Prodigy passed. And who else was down there? Method Man and Redman in the same hotel as
That's
them
not that
two.
long ago.
Oh, it was 2014.
That's like you. I thought you all went all 20 years ago.
I was
You
thinking,
see that
as you were saying what you were saying, I'm like, but brother, it was just a few years ago.
I was just saying.
I'm
I'm
changing
just talking about my best holiday.
Okay,
innit?
go on.
I don't know what you're talking
Answer
about.
as
So,
And number 2.
number 2 was probably Rio.
So
With us, man.
Yeah, I love that.
You know what? I think I'm changing my answer.
go on.
I'm gonna say Nigeria. We went for my grandma's birthday when I went with the family. So the first time me and my family ever went on holiday together, I think that was my best holiday because it was the most fun. Chasing rats.
No, stepping on them with flip flops.
Step on
Rats.
them.
He's-
Step on
he's
them.
Or
step-
lizards.
Nah,
It was the rat the size of a lizard.
Mice, anyway.
Sorry, yeah. So simple.
Um,
You're part of it yet.
maybe St. Lucia.
You been St. Lucia?
Yeah.
You been to St. Lucia a couple times, didn't it?
No, I went to St. Lucia once.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But on that trip, we went to Barbados as well. So we went from St. Lucia to Barbados, and then from Barbados back to St. Lucia.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I did enjoy that. St. Lucia's a really nice
Yeah,
place.
I've heard it's a beautiful place.
It is. You get bored quickly, but it's a really nice place to be, man.
That's the thing, man. You go to this place and then what? It's like, oh, it's paradise. But there's not actually anything to do in paradise but enjoy the views of paradise.
Us man need to go to a carnival. I either want to go to a carnival or we need to go to Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I was gonna say that New Orleans thing. I'm up for going to the Essence Fest, by the way.
What's Essence Fest?
It's the thing on girls' trip. That's what they went to.
Oh, okay. In Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I think
Any for women?
I think it overlaps at the same time. Yeah, let the women be there. Now I can watch women. So, did you know that my wife and your fiance have now hooked up with our mother and sister, and they've got their own WhatsApp group?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
What? Yeah.
Pardon?
You didn't even know?
No.
You didn't know? It just happened today, actually. So, yeah.
But are they going to watch the show thing?
They're going somewhere to watch something.
They're going to watch
Carnival.
the show. Yeah. Okay. What? Okay, but I see my missus today. So this for me, this is sacrilege.
Why
Like
is that?
because I should know what's going on in the DMs.
Why?
Because why is my mum not in the DMs with you lot?
I think it's a beautiful
Family,
thing that
innit?
my mum, my sister,
mum
my
will sneak me, you know.
sister-in-law, and my
Mum will
wife
sneak me.
now actually have a WhatsApp group, the girls only group.
The Wakanda Warriors.
I'm gonna make one for dad. Me, you, and dad.
No, look at that. Now that's Team Petty.
Yeah, it is.
Flip it up.
My dad WhatsApps about once every 2 months. He'll put a sentence in there.
Okay, you know what then? Because to be honest with you guys, we've been fishing for something to talk about. Now, something has happened recently with this Janae Aiko thing. I was listening to Colour Out the Box podcast.
So we just left with the WhatsApp group thing.
Huh?
We just left that.
I'm just letting you know that that's brother to brother. I'm talking about that.
All right, my G.
What is it you want to talk about with that?
Say
then?
my G. No, I'm saying, bro. It's too good, man. It's too good. Wakanda forever. innit?
Exactly,
It's good.
exactly.
It's good. That's how somebody greeted me the other day, by the way.
What
When
they-
we went to
All
Off the
week
Cuff
it's been like
when we
that.
went to Off the Cuff podcast, somebody actually greeted me like, "Yes, brother, Wakanda forever." I said, "Is it?" In fact, he greeted you the same way as well.
He crossed his
Same.
arms over his chest, by the way. That's what they're talking about. The Wakanda greeting. All right, so
I think all black people. Sorry, I still think that all black people should just do it.
yeah, man.
I think we should just do it, and we should do it in front of all white people, just to confuse them.
I'm going to do it at some point in the train this week. I'm going to look at a black person and I'm going to hold my lip. I'm going to fold it over. And they will know what I'm talking about.
I just showed them the fizz.
How long before the tattoos start? The lip tattoos.
There's probably one there already. I'm sure.
Those white folks do that already, man.
Have you seen the eye tattoos?
I'm talking about when blacks tattoo blue on the inside of their lips,
Oh,
like
see.
specifically do that.
Some illumination business.
Yeah.
But have you
it's
seen
gonna
the eye tattoos?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Sometimes
man.
people are doing that; they'll do anything.
I don't know how because you must have an equal level of brave and stupid to do the eye tattoo.
Don't know, man. Why don't you just put it on the? I don't understand why you don't just put
Contact lens, innit?
Yeah.
Because you want to be.
I don't
you're-
know whether the eye tattoo is a genuine thing. With all the people that I've seen that have supposed to have eye tattoos, it then turns out that they just got black
Contact lens.
contacts.
No, one of them, there's one I saw recently. The woman started going blind or something,
Isn't it like assassin?
or she lost her sight. In one
No,
of her
Alkaline.
alkaline.
Serious?
Like he didn't have. Again, he found out that we found out
So-
that was fake.
Explain to me what an eye tattoo is.
So they tattoo your eyeball.
The actual.
the whites of your eyeball.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible because if the needle of that thing pushes quite hard and your
It'd be a
eye.
different kind of needle, isn't it?
Yeah, but your eye is not. I don't know.
Who decided to do it
Your
first?
skin,
These are
your
questions,
skin
man.
is not meant for that. Really.
I don't know who decided.
Yeah,
to
but
do
at
these
least
things
you've got
first.
an epidermal layer and you've got a dermal layer, whatever. Your eyeball ain't really built like that.
There's
still.
videos, man. Go watch the videos.
Yeah, I've seen.
I don't want to watch them.
But what are you talking about with Jenny Aiko?
So you know that when she first went out with Big Sean, she was going out with somebody else. But apparently, yeah, she was in a relationship with somebody. But apparently,
Which
I
one?
don't know if he was married.
Who's the one eating the groceries?
She's the one.
No, but who's eating her groceries? Which one? Was it Big Sean?
Big
or
Sean.
that?
No,
Ass
I
eater.
don't know, man. All I know,
Ass sandwich.
She tattooed his face on her arm, innit?
yeah, she did.
Madness.
Well, Big Sean.
Yeah, she's got a tattoo of his face on her arm.
Would you do that? Like, would you put your wife on your body?
If I was a tattoo person, then potentially, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't go out my way to do it. So no, I'm not going down that road.
Not involved,
But yeah. So I'm not, but I wouldn't be worried about
Drop me out, bro.
if we're not going to be together or something like that. I just wouldn't do it for this because whatever. But anyways,
I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. But I want you.
Go on.
the question is, because she went out with Big Sean. Let's say they were recording a song or something. Let's say she came to this podcast with us. She's in a relationship. Now we're going to, in their case, it was a basketball game. And he's like, I got courtside tickets. Do you want to come? And she's like, well, I've never been courtside before. I'll go with you. Eventually, two-twos, and then they end up in a relationship. Now, the dude apparently was cool with them going. Yeah. Now, the question has been asked because she said this in the interview a couple of weeks ago. Now, everybody's asking, would you allow your woman to go out with somebody as she called it a friendship date? Because even though I'm in a relationship and he's a new man in my life, it's not like I've known him before. Your partner, it's a new man. Would you allow your woman to go out with another man that she's met along the way, someone she works with, a colleague? So her and her colleague now. This is a better way. And they're just gonna go for dinner after work. Nowhere fancy Nando's, but they just want to talk about whatever they want to talk about because they get on well. Are you cool with that, or are you telling your missus no new friends, no?
I
Drake
can't
is such a
remember
bitch,
what.
you know.
I can't remember which. I saw some kind of a video where a man was talking about his work wife.
Yeah, they got work wives.
And I think you mentioned the same thing.
Yeah, got work
Stavros.
wives.
I'm not involved in all that. I also remember.
Never mind, bro.
He dashed that quick,
Man,
man.
just threw man under
I
the
don't
bus.
understand his
boy.
work wife
time,
business.
bruv. I also remember when I was younger. I'm talking about in my early 20s, maybe about 23 years old now. My brethren said, when I go on holiday, I want you to take my missus somewhere. I felt uncomfortable about that.
Take what? Just to keep her.
Just
company.
to keep her company and keep her occupied.
There's a
and
film
things
where
like
that
that.
happens, and I can't remember
You
what
get
film
me?
it is.
Pulp Fiction.
I
That's
felt,
it, yeah.
Pulp Fiction,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he and his other brethren done that quite often, and I used to look and see, okay,
Maybe they're
cool,
swingers.
cool. They weren't, but I just felt a little bit weird about it, and I didn't end up taking it. But I just felt, what do you guys think about taking your brethren's girl?
Thank
out?
you for just dismissing my question and,
No,
and moving in
We
yours.
should
But
both answer both questions.
Both
but-
questions. Yeah.
But to say to your answer your question, Steph.
I wouldn't do that, Wolf, because then your woman will want me.
God.
So go on,
That's
Mr.
a
Wolf.
nonsense.
Go on, Wahala, man.
All right.
You'll be disappointed when she says no, though.
To answer,
No, I'm not gonna ask, so I'll never find out. That'll be your job when she treats you differently in bed. What's wrong? Nothing.
You ain't got a beard like he has.
When she go stroke your face and there's nothing there.
Ooh.
No bad, no.
I don't like clean shaven men no more.
Ugh. He thinks he's so gassed. I don't know why you
I
think
don't
you're
know,
so
but-
special.
You know what? And the thing is, I'm not even
He
fully
think-
joking.
He thinks
It's
he's
like,
vibranium.
he thinks it's the fact,
He
innit?
thinks he's human vibranium. You know?
Don't mind him.
He
Human
thinks
vibranium.
Yeah, that's what he thinks he is. Like unrich metal that no one else can find. That's what you think you are.
all right, just let's stick with Mr. Wolf's question just for now, then, because I'm not joking. I don't feel
I know you're not.
I wouldn't be
God.
comfortable going out with one of your women upon request like
Women
that.
don't like you. You know that.
Because yes, I know that, but the point is that yes, a lot of women don't like me. They fit into one category. They hate me or they really like me. There's not usually a middle ground, isn't it?
He's actually black like Marmite as well.
Wow.
So I would have to play down my charisma. You know, my natural charisma.
That's what you said.
To when it happens, I would just feel awkward, just like you said.
Play
But
down
that
my
is the reason I'd feel
natural
awkward.
Charisma.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So the question expands then. If you had to let one of the boys in this group take your woman out when you're away, which man would you pick?
I would pick Stavros just to prove him wrong. Just for that.
And I'd just
And I
refuse
would
it.
hope to God and I'll beg him, be yourself, bruv.
I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there.
I can't be my. I'm a flat.
If I had to take any
Exactly.
of your women out in your absence on your request, I would make sure she has a mediocre to shit time.
I'll make them sure they have a good time.
No,
Why would I make them have a bad time?
because I'm not trying to have no problems.
But why
Yeah,
would
but
it be
that's
a
the whole-
problem?
Yeah, but this is the trust thing, isn't it?
This is what I'm saying. If
No, but we rate each other so much.
It, no,
you get me?
But
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
the thing, yeah. If that means I'm doing you a service. To be honest, a proper wingman would do it where she has a fantastic time. Because if she goes back and there's any inkling of I like your brethren, she should get rid of her. She shouldn't be there.
Even if it's not about I like your bedroom, it's just but he's better at going out with me than you are.
That's what I mean. I wasn't talking about
Either
like your
way,
brethren.
either way.
I'm talking
But
about.
you can't hate on that.
Yes, I can.
You can hate on. Let's say you take your missus out and you're not as funny as Simple Simon. You don't take her to somewhere as nice as Simple Simon. You don't treat her as nice as Simple Simon. It's just naturally that's what. Oh no, let me finish.
Okay.
That's just naturally what he does. Then when he goes out without trying any making super effort, he just dresses nicer, smells nicer, more charismatic, makes her laugh. Treats everyone nicer than she thinks you should have treated us. You screamed at the staff. He was nice and whatever. So when she got home, it's like, as much as I love my partner, I never want to change. Our dates now are anticlimactic because I enjoyed my date more with Simple Simon, even though I have no attraction to
Go
him.
there.
She's not attracted to me
I
though.
have no attraction to
Go
him.
there.
She's not attracted to me
I
though.
didn't ask her to be attracted. I tell her to go to you.
Why?
They'll come back as well.
So hold on, are you hearing what you're saying?
I heard what I said.
I said what I said.
I heard what I said. If you're coming to
Is
come
it,
and
is
tell
it,
me,
no, let's say she doesn't tell you then.
okay, that's different, isn't it? Then I don't know.
You read her diary.
Then I come back. You know it was when you walk
coughing
into a
now.
room, talking. You don't wait to get in the room. You walk into the room. I'll just be walking into the room, reading the passage from the diary to her, and then I'll tell her to get out. Go try Simple Simon. Go touch his head.
So hold on, let's say you did actually read the diary. For some reason, the page was just open. You just happened to see it.
Yeah.
And she said that she enjoyed her time more with Simple Simon than she ever has enjoyed a date with you. But I don't like him, I'll never be attracted to him. I still love my partner. You would want her gone.
Nah, I don't think I want her gone. But
You won't let her go
but we
out
have
with
to-
him again.
No, I would. Because if she went to go out with him again, then she'll be gone. Because
Raw.
I'll say, you went to go there
So
twice.
you'll
So you
let
went to-
her
you-
go.
You went to go and redo it again. Okay. When they come back, you just see the doors locked, mate.
Now do you
I'll
see?
change the locks.
Now do you see why I'd make sure she has a mediocre
Listen,
time?
trust me, she'll be hearing the whole advert in her head, boy. It's when she's making her way out of the house.
Yeah, but do you see why I said I'll make sure she has a
No,
mediocre time?
that's dumb. As far as I'm concerned, either you have a good time or you don't, right? But you shouldn't be coming to tell me that this man, I've had a better time with another man than you.
So she should have the good time.
And then
Feel,
lie to you.
feel
And
like
just
it's a
not
better
say
time
nothing.
and not say nothing.
She shouldn't have a better time.
No,
Her natural instinct should come in. Her natural instinct should kick in. And she shouldn't have a bad time, bro. I tell you right now, if I got with another woman, my time's going to be horrible. But she wants to be having a good time. You must be miserable or mediocre. You don't come back having a good time. You go out there with the aim to be media.
So
mediocre.
honey, how was your night with my boy? Not that great.
Yeah, it was just like
That's what you want to hear.
No, I'll say it was fun. I had a good. What I would like to hear is I had a good time, but I missed you. No, I don't want to hear is I had a good time.
Are you
I'm
not
going
going
to
to ask
bed now.
her, what, was he a better date than me?
No, I'm not asking her for that.
Even if you said it jokingly.
Why would I ask that? For one, I wouldn't call it a date. I wouldn't classify it as a date. You and my brethren are going out. Why are you now a date now? Why are you dating my brethren?
All right, let me spin up the question, yeah?
How many spins are we going to have?
Everybody answer the questions before we spin them.
Yeah, because I still want to answer my first initial one in the first place.
All right, cool. Would I let the man...
Which man then would you let take your woman out?
I don't even like that question.
No, okay, go back to your original question, which is, would you be happy with your woman going on a date with her next man? That's her friend.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
No, I don't have a
A
problem with that.
new person.
It depends on how. It depends. Listen, I always say this, innit? Can't control my woman. I don't control her, innit? She's a woman. She's her own person. I will warn her about certain things, but I can't control her. So I'll say, be careful of the man if you don't know him too well. Warning. I'll tell her, be careful of the man if you don't know him too well.
I'll give her my taser. That's it.
Yeah. I'll say, just know that most men is trying to chase you down, whether or not they pretend like they're not or not. Most men are trying to chase a woman. There is no reason for man to make new friends. That's a woman, unless it's in the workplace or something, and you have to be together.
Or he can't cook.
Yeah. No, even then, yeah. No, because it's still takeaway. There's no reason for it. So if they're doing it, they found something about you that they want to attach themselves to you. So just know that and understand that, innit? Those are the things I'll tell her. But if she wants to go, let her go.
All right. Simple.
You just said you let her go.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm cool.
You're cool with it as well?
I trust my wife. I trust her judgment as well.
That's the thing.
So
It's got a lot to do with trust.
So I think she knows men are around for one reason. So if she trusts this one enough to go out with them, then she's assessed the situation and feels that that's not the reason he's there.
Yeah, I think at times my woman thinks I'm jealous. But I'm not. With that type of thing, I don't. I'm not jealous because in the end, as I said, if you're going to do something, I'd rather you do it. And I know. So I just...
Yeah, I don't get these people that they try and trap somebody in or, lock them up so that they can't cheat. Or if they're going to cheat, don't you want them to cheat and get them out of your life?
Get them out of their life.
What do you want to be with somebody that wants to cheat with you?
It just makes no sense. There's no point you being with somebody that's going to do stuff that you don't want them to do. You just forget it. Just know, innit?
Yeah, that's them insecure people. Anyway, so Mr. Wolf, would
What's
you
up?
be happy with your missus going out with a work husband kind of thing?
After work, for something, I don't see that being that much of
Yeah.
a problem.
What if they arranged
You
it?
get
though?
me?
We're gonna go out on next Wednesday.
Yeah, it's not that much of a big deal. If I don't, I'm with Stavros here, man.
Okay.
Everything has got to do with trust.
Okay, all right.
Don't forget your spin, by the way, simple.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna come with a spin. Do your spin first.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you. This is the spin, yeah?
Oh, we're respecting each other. I like it. Good,
You've been with your woman for like 10 years. You lot are
Mm,
solid.
mm,
There's no
mm.
doubt about it, yeah? Your woman is friends with Drake, has been for the 10 years that you lot have been together, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Drake's boss, running the world. They talk on the phone all the time, as friends or what have you. Drake's in town, wants to take your woman out.
Show
Same
her
sort-
a very good time. innit?
Same sort of friend situation. Are you all right with that?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't have a problem with
Shows
that.
her a very good time.
My missus has
A
got
very good time.
a male friend that she's known since she was in school, her best friend.
You know,
And
I
he
can
lives
treat
out the
you
country.
better.
If he blew up now for some reason singing or whatever, I don't know, he just became famous, an actor or whatever. And then when he came back, because he comes back in town from wherever he is every couple of years, and they link up. So if he came back and is like, because you're famous now, you can't link up.
As long as the man is showing me respect, I don't care, you know.
That's the thing, innit?
As long as the man is showing me respect, I do not care. Showing me and her respect. Let me not just make it
What's
about
that
me.
song? What's that song that he sings about? I can do you better. Was it how the song go again?
I just want you to know you can do better.
Yeah, he might cry and beg, but that's his own business, isn't it? All right.
Yeah,
my spin.
and the respect means not buying her like a £5,000 watch and.
If he wants
all
to
of
buy
that
the
kind of stuff.
£5,000 watch,
Are
he's bought her
you,
the
are
£5,000
you cool
watch.
with that?
If he wants to buy her a gift, and that's the gift he chose to buy her, then that's what he bought her. Innit?
Should he ask you if he can buy it?
I don't think so. No. If he's, it depends. Would it? If you went to go and buy her I don't know, a lottery. I don't know.
I think an expensive car is better than a what? Because I could buy my woman a £5,000 watch. I think it's something that you can't.
You
do.
can't do.
Yes.
Yeah, if he gets.
If you
it-
bought her a
he gets
house,
something
then
that,
that's a disrespect.
Yeah.
so if it's something that you can't do, do you
If it-
think that
yeah.
he should ask permission
No,
first?
I think if it's something like, even if he bought her a car, I would be like, right, he bought you a car. He's trying to disrespect me. I'm assuming that's some thingy, but I'm not gonna be. It's still if they're friends and this is what the type of thing they would have done anyway, then I won't see it in a way.
No, but he's now made it big. Innit?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not
So he's
normal.
doing something for his brethren.
But if it was me and I was the famous guy, I would ask permission.
I would ask, but that's who I am, innit? But he might not be like that, so I might not see it as a disrespect.
Furthermore, I've had female friends, really, really close friends. You get me? And when they get into a relationship, I kind of keep a distance. You get me? Purposely. And it's out of respect for the new partner. And I've had like a female friend who's gone into a relationship. And I said, have you told your man about me? She said, no.
You tell her to
I
tell him,
don't-
boy.
I don't really respect that.
You tell him to tell him
Get
straight
me?
away. Like, you must tell them about me because I don't want it to be a case.
If
there's
that
any
was
problem.
me, I would want to know.
Exactly. You meet the man, you respect the man, and you go about your business.
Well, hang on, you man just said that you'd be all right with Drake buying your missus a car.
I never said that.
You said it. Wahala.
I said, if it's your friend, it's not just random Drake.
Yeah,
It's
it's
but if the person's been your friend for a long period of time and you've done stuff for them, you've been together, you've been friends, and he wants to give that person a gift, I don't really see it. It depends on what the gift is.
You say that until you reverse the situation. Would you do that?
No, I wouldn't do. I would think
so. Then there's something there. Then
okay, I think that I'm not saying that it's I'm not saying that I wouldn't personally think it's disrespectful on my part because I know my intentions when I'm doing those types of things or how I would feel if I'm doing that type of thing. But that person might not be doing it to be disrespectful. He might have just done it.
Yeah, but you're a man. A man should know.
Not everyone know, and Drake's not really one of them, man.
It's true because if you imagine, like we said, Will Smith has never been normal, innit? So he might look at the present for car money to be not a big thing.
I would make the car for the both of you.
I got.
I'll say like if you're getting married, I'll buy you a car. The two of you. This is a car for your wedding.
I'll go out and slash the fucking tires. What do you mean?
No, if you're getting married, and somebody bought us a car for our wedding, what would we complain about it? It's like the question where they said that the dad buys a house for their daughter, and people are like saying, "Well, what does that mean?" Like,
that's fine.
My daughter.
That's
people
dad.
are complaining.
Yeah, well, that's them, man. Dad and daughter, that's different.
What, when you're married?
Brethren
Yeah.
is something else.
You're when you're getting married or you're married.
You're married or whatever, and your dad buys a house for the daughter. This is my daughter's house.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you rent that shit out, innit?
He's good. Yeah, it's good. I
And
could
have
I
that
could-
as an extra income.
No, you know
and
what?
we'll
I can.
move somewhere else.
This is mad.
I understand.
I can understand
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I can actually understand it.
What he's supposed to do is buy her a house and use it as a asset to help her maintain a level of good finance. So
He
not
don't know what's gonna happen in
this
that
is
future,
your
bro.
house. You and your husband now live in your house.
Yeah, it's a thing
Because
where
I'm not having my wife
This
do
is-
that. No
this
way.
is-
Okay, so right, so you're telling me this now. You lot are renting a house. The dad buys you a house. Buys her a house, sorry. You're not going to live in that house.
I would have a problem with it.
Are you going to live in that house?
I'll have to be honest. I would have a problem with
But
it.
would you live in that house? Are you going to be that stubborn that you're gonna continue to rent?
Boy, we would have a conversation, man. Seriously.
And what are you going to do? You going to say something to the dad?
Yes.
What are you going to say to the dad?
Something along the lines like, you know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Yeah, thank you.
Misa. Mi Jesu.
I don't know, man. I would feel uncomfortable.
Would you?
Feel uncomfortable.
If the dad bought his daughter a house and said, I bought my daughter a house because you... Okay. I don't want to put it that way.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was going to say because you could provide that, but I bought my daughter a house because you're living in a rented accommodation and I don't like renting. I think it's better if you lot had something. So I bought my daughter the house.
If you was a father, would you do that to your daughter who's getting married?
Potentially, yeah.
I'm saying this.
I wouldn't do that.
It depends if you're thinking the man is waste.
I'm saying
but-
this. I'm extremely pragmatic and I'm extremely practical as well. Yeah. So, if this man has bought his daughter a house,
And we're going on the notion that the guy's a good guy, man.
yeah,
surely.
and the dad has said, look, listen, you lot are renting. I know that's your situation at the moment, but I'm not really a fan of it. I bought the house for my daughter, and that's that. If he's bought a house outright, i.e., there's no like mortgage payment or whatever to go with it, I would begrudgingly move into that place, but understand that it's operation get my own yard at that point. So while we're in there, the rent or mortgage that I'm not paying now is getting saved, and I'm gonna buy a house.
So you
as soon as it's possible.
All
and,
right,
and
okay.
it'll be our house.
It'll be our house. It
Yeah.
won't be your house.
Yeah.
Okay, Steph, you?
He's been thinking about this one.
Yeah. I'm thinking of my father-in-law. So I can imagine. I'm imagining him doing this, and because I know my father-in-law, innit, I'll just move in.
For me, it's like this.
I guess it would be different if I was talking from outside of being married and knowing my father-in-law, but knowing my father-in-law and not even seeing that this is something he might well, no, he would, I don't know. I'll just move in.
For me, anybody that's, as far as I'm concerned, if you're
Would
living,
that
I'll take any motherfuckers, but if
Yeah,
you give
but
them
if-
the
what would that do to your ego?
if you're living with a woman and it's not your house already, like if you moved into with a woman, then this question, as far as I'm concerned, shouldn't matter.
if you moved in with a woman,
Yeah, I don't see the difference.
Yeah, but
Because it's not your house again.
Let's
No,
say,
but
say
no,
that you
here's the
picked
difference.
a flat to rent together.
No, that's not what I said.
there's
Not
a-
rent
there's-
together.
of
I
course-
said you moved into
There's a
that
difference.
woman's house.
Here's the difference.
It's her house.
Of course, there's a
She's
difference.
her. It's her name. It's her everything. You moved in there.
Here is the
What is the
difference.
difference?
Here is the difference.
You're
Here
married.
is the difference. She has already had the house. Yeah?
Yeah.
The reason for her having the house is her living there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dad has bought her a house in the other scenario
Mhm.
because he doesn't like the fact that you are renting somewhere else.
Mhm.
So the difference.
I don't
is,
even think you even need to add that bit in there.
I don't see any
One
difference in
situation before you ever came on the scene, there was a house
It was already there.
and you moved in.
mine.
All
Both of the houses ain't
Can
yours.
I finish? One situation, the house was already there and you moved in. All right, not ideal, but okay, cool. The other situation that you gave, you're married to somebody, and their father has decided to give only one half of this now union that he even gave his daughter away to you, but I'm only going to give her the gift. When really, as an African, I see that if you're giving us a gift, it should be to us. It shouldn't really be to her. But if you want to go out of your way and do that you're the dad, I can't take that away from you. That's cool. But that is the difference.
And if you were in that position, would you do that? Buy your daughter a house with the notion that she's with a good man who they just haven't managed to buy a house as yet.
If I thought that if I was cool with the man she was with, then I'd give them a house. Because for me, I can't just preach it one thing and then do something else. So I preach that when you're married, you become one.
It could potentially cause problems in a relationship.
Of course, it would cause problems.
That's what I'm saying. So why would you do that as a father, man?
Because you don't trust
as
the
a
man.
father.
That's fine.
In the end, he's looking after his own daughter's situation, and he don't know.
I think you can do that in other ways.
No, but he don't know what's gonna happen in 4 or 5 years' time.
You don't know.
So he's like, in 4 or 5 years' time, when you leave, or if anything happens, you still got this, and you're not left with nothing.
End of the day, it's my wife that has to trust me. Her dad doesn't have to.
Yeah.
So that is why
he's doing his job.
Yeah. When I was sitting there, and I was like, it's like, well, it's not ideal, but okay, I can make a bigger deal out of it, but I wouldn't.
He's doing his job.
I wouldn't. So that would be that.
Okay. Can I go back to my twist on the original question?
Cool. Before we wrap up.
All right. So this is the thing now. So Valentine's Day hits now, and you are anti-Valentine's, and you're a woman that love Valentine's. So the man down says, you know what? I have no date for Valentine's Day. I want to take you out for Valentine's.
No.
Oh, we can go. No, we can go out on Valentine's together.
No.
So you're saying no because it's Valentine's Day.
I'm saying no because I wouldn't have wanted my woman to go out anyway. Remember?
No,
But even
I thought you said you don't mind.
No, I'm not involved, bro.
You just said you didn't mind before.
I said the words not involved. We're gonna do a rewind on this one, innit?
Oh,
I'm sure he said he
and
was.
he's doing the flipping editing as well.
Can you remember?
Oh yeah.
Did he not say he didn't mind?
I don't remember, but I go to rewind if I need to rewind. That's what it is. Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
so you wouldn't. So let's stick on that point. So if you wouldn't like your woman, no, you did say you didn't mind. You said they're going out as friends after work, chilling, blah blah. You said you didn't mind.
I think you did.
I did.
I'm gonna rewind it anyway. You said you didn't mind. So okay, so now you're saying that you do mind.
It's a mad thing.
Yeah, because this is more of a romantic thing, innit?
Mr.
I mean, you know,
Romantic.
Valentine's Day.
Romantic,
I'm taking my baby down on the yard. Big tune. Nah, this one's more about romance and romance in the stone.
But you don't agree with Valentine's Day. You don't like it.
I'm not into that whole thing. But if I have a woman who is down with the king when it comes to that thing, then the guy that she knows is down with it, I'm not buying that. If you're with a work colleague and you're just having a social evening, that's a different thing. But the whole lovey-dovey romance, Valentine's nights, let's enjoy together.
Valentine is coming.
Let's enjoy together.
Where's your boyfriend?
Exactly. Nah, I'm not
You
buying
are
it, bro.
sitting at home,
Bun that.
lonely.
lonely.
Your friends are getting flowers, and you are sitting at home. Chase.
Yeah, Stavros is not backing that. It's just disrespect by the man, and now this.
Oh,
man,
wow.
Now this man is suspect.
Why is he suspect? He's not him. That's really brought. They was just chatting.
This is
It's a conversation. They both discuss how they like Valentine's Day. She says, my husband hates Valentine's Day. He thinks it's bullshit. And he says, you know what? I like Valentine's, man. Valentine's is cool. Oh, what are you doing on Valentine's Day? Nothing. You want to do something then? Like, yeah, why not?
because it's a romantic day.
Mr. Roman.
So, so Valentine's is a special day for you then?
It doesn't have to be for me. It is for her, and it is for society. Society has deemed this day the day of romance. So even if I don't back it, and even if I'm not going to do nothing,
But you trust your wife.
you don't spend that day.
And you trust her judgment.
But you don't trust the other guy.
But he said he trusts her wife and he trusts her
Yeah,
judgment.
she wouldn't do that though. So you.
But she's doing it now.
Yeah, but
The
listen,
judgment
listen,
bit.
no, listen to
Okay.
what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. My wife wouldn't do that. So that is me saying I trust my wife and I trust her judgment. If you're saying that she is doing it, then you're changing what my wife would do. So fair enough, I can answer that question, but you can't overlap the two because they don't mesh in that situation.
Fair enough.
All right. So, like I said, it's a romantic day, and my wife shouldn't be spending the romantic day with another man that said, "Oh, I enjoy Valentine's too. Let's spend this romantic day together, and I'll give you such and such." And this is coming from somebody that's giving Valentine's gifts to other women whilst he's been married or together with my wife. Anyways, I don't know if we were married at the time. I give something to the work wife.
God.
Yeah, I showed my wife first.
I can't give the work wife stuff. I got too many. I got about 6 of them.
Go on.
Yeah.
Proper big Igbo man. innit?
Work wife.
Yes,
In the
you
village.
don't have to know.
In the village, we
You
have wives.
have a work wife?
No.
It's like,
I'm happily married, mate.
If
So everybody can
why can't you just call her your brethren at work?
No,
why is she
because-
your work
That's
wife?
just the word out because
no, because she does things that
she bought food for me, man.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You better have added something
So-
at the end of that.
so-
She does
so
things.
you're-
Remember that she
so
does
you
things.
can't-
That
Goddamn part of self.
Oh yeah, do it.
Haven't we spoke about this before?
We have,
about
we have.
women bringing food in for your man.
Actually, they haven't bought any food in for me though. No,
Because to me that's
because
big,
all of my work wives are
Because food is so important to you.
that way women's.
Come
But
on.
anyways,
yeah, but it's important to your missus as well.
What would you care
Would I care for what?
goddamn right.
if they took her to Valentine's?
I don't care, I don't care about these things.
Simple,
I don't care. I don't care, bro.
simple,
I don't care.
simple.
You know what it is?
Simple Simon.
Do you know what it is?
Hello, it's Simple Simon in there.
I don't
please.
care. I don't care, bruv. I don't care. I've got to that stage in my life now where I don't care.
I
That
don't.
is it.
Okay, all right.
That is it.
So you're uncle status now.
I'm fully uncle status now.
Daddy,
Go,
mommy
go.
has gone out with another. It's okay.
doesn't matter.
Did she leave food in? It's okay. It's okay. she left food and stout. Okay, let her go.
In fact, why did you take you along?
Let me watch the football in peace. Is this what you keep to stop me for?
You get me?
All right, and Wahala, last.
I don't think I'll. It depends where it is, where she's going.
Where would be acceptable?
If they said that they're going to
Wakanda.
they're going to like a party or a rave or something like that, I'll be like, yeah, fine. If they said they were going to a dinner, then I'll be a bit like, nah, I don't really think of dinner. But if they're like going to a party where
Roller
people-
skating.
yeah, probably would be some. But I can't roller skate, so maybe I'll not a problem for me.
Oh, you do something you can't do.
There's nothing that I can't do,
Dun dun.
like fit into jeans. It's not a problem like that, is that?
All right, talking of fitting into jeans, you might as well go first with the
Fat watch.
Fat watch.
I don't even
and-
know what my fat watch is this week, really, because I'm doing it at the wrong time. It's not a week. It's not even been 5 days or whatever. But I think last time I measured, I was like 1, 2, 6. I think I'd gone up a little bit, but then I always go and then come back down again.
All right, so what we'll do is probably
I'll tweet it, innit?
Yeah,
I'll tweet it
yeah.
on the day that I'm supposed to do my
Okay,
thing.
there you go. Regular fat watch, and they'll find that tweet at
Big Wahala on Insta and at Big Wahala on Twitter and at ESN Podcast.
I'm not bad at this, am I?
You know?
You're not bad. I get you. Yeah.
So we're doing the road through, yeah?
After I've woken up, I can't believe I fell asleep.
I can.
This guy actually fell asleep.
You didn't fall asleep, because if you fell asleep, we would all know about it. Everyone would know
But I
about it.
just then I blacked out
You
because there
blacked
was
out.
something that happened, and I just
Because if you fell asleep, the whole world would know, because you snoring
all
through the
right,
microphone.
okay. Simple Simon.
So Simon, want to give a big shout out to Tory Talks. I see you.
Yes, Tory.
I see you.
Tory Talks.
I see you on the episodes. I see you commenting on the SoundCloud. I really, really appreciate. We really, really
I was going
appreciate
to say.
your support and your listenership.
Everyone's relationship we support and appreciate.
Yes, indeed. I'm not sorry. I'm just, the reason why I'm being particular is because I think I looked yesterday.
She's consistent with
Yeah,
it.
she's consistent,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's very consistent. She's a regular supporter, and she's a regular discusser. We want people to talk to us and to let us know what's going on, and she does.
Yes, and so does Iwin on Twitter as well. I see you too, Iwin. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So yeah, at Simple Simon FB on Twitter. Get at me, get at us. Let us know what's good, what's bad, what you think we should talk about, the side of conversation, argument, or dilemma that you think you would want to know our opinions on. We love you. We hope you love us too. You know, keep supporting the thing. Oh, yes, I got a massive shout out. Just remembered. The Revolution of the Fairy Tale is at the Bernie Grant Centre, which is in Tottenham. It started on the 21st of February and will be finished on the 20th of March. And imagine, if you will, taking fairy tale stories from Cinderella to Rapunzel and what have you, replacing those main characters with influential unsung heroes from the Caribbean and African culture, and retelling those stories as a means by which to tell children about very, very influential superheroes that don't have superpowers.
Booyaka.
So Black Panther.
Yes. So that is the Revolution of the Fairy Tale. It's at the Bernie Grant Arts Centre in Tottenham, North London.
And it only costs £17,000 per ticket.
It's completely free.
What?
Completely free.
You should have led with that, man.
Yeah, for real. But I'm just letting it's completely free. Go down there. Fantastic artist has put the exhibition on. Her name is Fiona Compton. She does photography. She does filmmaking. Really, 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 really creative.
Sounds good.
Yeah. She's
That sounds good.
Renaissance woman. I'm going to be going down there on Saturday, which is tomorrow. And good stuff.
Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, Mr. Wolf. You can catch me on Instagram, aka Mr. Wolf, and on Twitter, aka _ Mr. Wolf.
Yeah.
In fact, let's shout out. I'd like to shout out Aqua Giamfri. I think I pronounced her last name correctly, and if I haven't, apologies. But she listens to the show, and she runs the British Blacklist, and that is like
Aqua.
a hub.
Aquia.
Yeah.
You said Aqua.
I love when he goes, yeah, that's right.
Apologies, but yeah, no, she runs a British Blacklist. Who that's like a hub for anything black and creative. So go check that out, and much love to her, man.
Yeah, can we also...
Apologies for the pronunciation, man.
That
Jeez,
was very...
that's bad.
Or you, both of you. Can we also big up again Off the Cuff podcast? Catch us on the latest version of Off the Cuff podcast episode, the Wakanda episode.
It's Wakanda Forever. Same name as ours.
Yeah, well, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be about. There's probably about 1 million Wakanda Forever episodes out this week.
I wasn't very imaginative.
But
with
yeah,
that one,
no, you wasn't. I was quite shocked about that. I even said that you should have called it something completely different to do with the chicken. But anyway, big up Off the Cuff, and also catch Black Hair magazine this week. My missus is in Black Hair magazine at One Stop Dreadlock.
Oi.
And she's giving out dreadlock tips. She's giving out tips for how to do your dreadlocks. Hopefully, I think it might be a regular thing going soon, like a little blog thing going in the magazine. I don't know. She's making moves. She's trying to leave me, man.
Surulere.
She's trying to leave me, fam. She's trying to find all these avenues out of the house.
Don't worry, I'll find out before Wahala does, because she'll put it in the group and my wife will actually tell me.
But yeah, so Black Hair magazine, check it out. She's there at One Stop Dreadlock, and let her know what you think.
All right. I am Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss everywhere. Stavros Says this week is Black Mirror. Stavros Says is the recommendation section of the show where Stavros recommends something, whether it's new or old. Now, obviously, I'm very late to the party with Black Mirror. It's 4 seasons deep at the moment. You can catch them all on Netflix. It started on BBC in 2011, I think. So it's been around for a while. But clearly, I'm super late. But I've caught up, and I think this is now my favorite program. I think it might overtake ER as my favorite program.
What? Black Mirror?
Yeah.
You love it that much?
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I sat there and I thought, it's just that good.
All right.
It's fantastic
Let's-
storytelling.
It's so good.
Listen, like,
I class myself as a writer, a bum writer, because I don't actually write anymore. But
Yes.
but
I co-sign.
sometimes when you watch or read something and you think, I wish I wrote that. That's when that is the category it fell into.
Yes.
Like so many episodes. I wish I wrote that. I
Yep.
wish I wrote that. I
Yep.
wish I wrote that.
It's got,
I wish I wrote that. I smell I am. Sorry, go on.
It's got is it Letitia White and
Letitia
Daniel
White
and
is
Daniel Kuya, both of Daniel, what's his name?
Danny Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya, that's it. From Black Panther, are both in the show.
Yes.
In different episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah, the second episode of the first season, you'll find Daniel Kaluuya, and the last episode of season 4.
There's a
You'll
couple.
find
Letitia Wright.
Letitia Wright, that's it.
Put some respect on the name.
Hey, listen,
that's
big
it, right?
up Delali, because Delali is always cussing me that I'm calling people's name wrong, and I don't care anymore.
Well, I done it today.
I call people's name wrong. I didn't know who I'm talking about when I say it as well.
All right.
I even call their own name wrong.
We done?
I'm done, bro.
All right, so you can catch us collectively at ESN Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Search Facebook for Eloquently Saying Nothing. Use the hashtag ESN Pod, ESN Pod, whenever you're talking about us, and we will find that hashtag and we will respond to you. We know we got a few new listeners with the Black Panther episode, the spoiler breakdown, which I personally think is potentially our best podcast of of this season. I've fully enjoyed that. So I know we got a couple of new listeners through there. So welcome. I hope you enjoyed the podcast as it is normally is. And so stick around, subscribe, rate and review. That will help other people find us. This wonderful podcast. You know what I'm actually doing now? I'm going through Twitter and I'm just putting in a search podcast recommendations, and I'm just gonna start bombing the bloody world with listen to us.
I saw you
Listen
earlier
to
on
us.
today. I thought, how come he's coming across all of it? Didn't think that you was using the search. Didn't think about it.
I'm just gonna start begging people to listen to us. Anyways, thank you for listening, and we are out.
And remember, if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Exactly. I don't beg slack for life. I don't beg, but I'm begging for the team. You know? I don't beg for a woman or nothing, bro.